right. Well, we're live.
Yeah.
I hope y'all can hear us.
Santo Pecado.
Yeah, we're at Santo Pecado right now.
What is your spot?
As y'all can see, how does it look? It looks good.
Busy.
Yeah.
These guys are blessed.
They opened up like a month ago, right? Something like that.
I want to say yes, sir.
They're doing great, man.
Yeah, they really are.
Juan and George, I think they're going to come on here in a little bit to say hi and talk about
their business.
Their beautiful business here.
It's actually it's really pretty.
It's like a coffee slash alcohol slash food type of establishment.
Yes, sir.
Really cool.
Yeah, real cool.
And they did a good job with the decor.
Yeah.
Who built it? Was it an STBA member?
I don't know. I think the guy's well known out
We
there.
need to see the books.
Look at the numbers.
Anyway, go for it, man. We're here with
we're here with South Texas Paving and Excellence Real Estate Group, or advisors. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
We're like we said, we're live from Santo Pecado, and thank you guys for being with us.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Excited to be here, man.
Yeah.
It's a big place to be. You guys already interviewed a lot of important people in the valley.
You're
I feel
just
honored.
Yeah, you're just as important, if not more.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
No, I've known both of you guys for a long time, and I think you guys are doing really well right now. And I think that there's some developments that you guys are working on together that we'll get into those at some point. But so our podcast really is just to get to know y'all from on a personal level. Obviously, I know you guys very well, but we want the rest of the organization and anybody else that's listening to know the people that I know, right? And,
well, thank you for the opportunity. I'm definitely honored to be here today. Like you said, we've known each other. We've done a lot of business together.
Of course, yeah.
And we continue to do business together.
Yep.
Development for us seems to be, our forte.
Yeah.
Development seems to be what we know, we breathe, we talk about every single day.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this development already for about 5-6 years. Mark.
Yeah, it's been about 5-6 years.
5-6 years. I
In the making.
I remember the first time. He's like, "Hey, man," because I had just gone into developments, right? So he's like, "Man."
Hey, Mark, you wanna flip the hourglass?
Sure.
There you go.
for it.
Do the honors.
There you go. It's become a little staple.
All right, let me say it.
After we flip that like 3 times, it's like a magic trick. You get drunk. Just kidding. We're not drinking today.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah. So it's been a while with trying to plant this development, but I remember the first time he told me, he's like, "Hey, man, we're ready. Like, I'm gonna be ready one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you and be ready, man.
Yeah.
I need you to give me the best deal possible." And sure enough.
All right,
5
so
years later, he called me.
let's back up a little bit. So
We got to back up. We got to back up quite a bit.
Introduce yourself so
Sure.
the people that don't know who you are.
Yeah. My name is Gregory Vasquez. I am the owner of Excellence Real Estate Advisors. I'm a real estate agent here in the RGV. Been doing it already for about 7 years.
Nice.
We love the Rio Grande Valley. We always talk about it.
Yeah.
I love what we're doing.
Awesome.
I love what the Valley's doing. And we're very involved. And,
Awesome.
development is something that we do and focus on mainly. But we do everything. We help anybody that needs help in real estate.
So you're a broker?
I am not a broker. I'm a
Okay.
real estate agent. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
I work under Big Realty.
Okay,
That's
cool.
our broker.
Shout out.
We work with.
Yeah.
Big Realty. Rick Benavides. Shout out to Rick.
Yeah.
Rick's been in the business for a long time. He's
I think like 20 years already.
Yeah.
We gotta get them in.
Yeah,
we gotta get them in, man.
I invited him over. I told him, I was like,
Yeah.
you got to talk a little bit, man.
no
Yeah.
pressure, Rick, but
He has
we'll send you the invoice here shortly.
He has a lot to say.
Yeah, for
Hey man,
sure.
we definitely want the the good players that are doing the right things.
Yeah,
Obviously,
for
Rick's
sure.
been doing this for a while, so he's got to be doing something right.
Yeah.
We want them in our organization, right?
He's one of
to-
my mentors, man. He's been a big part of where I am today.
Yeah.
He's family now.
Yes, sir.
First we were just working together, but that's what happens, with people that you click, people that you're good people. You get to do business, and they become family.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that's,
Yes, sir.
That's the key.
That's the valley, though, right?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's the valley,
Anywhere
man.
we go, there's somebody that we know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just so small.
it's definitely the valley's gonna keep growing, but I have a feeling it's always gonna have that small town feel, right?
I hope we do, and we keep it for a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
That really keeps it close to everybody, and it's so easy to connect with your, with your politicians, with anybody.
Right.
It's the hands reach,
Yes, sir.
The top developer, it's the hands reach.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Those are the best things about living in a place like this, right? I've gone. I have a friend of mine in San Antonio. Come work for me, man. We'll do all these great things over here, and I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I love it here, man. This is what's feeding me. This is what continues to feed me.
Do they even have a Delia's Tamales?
They do now.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we can expand.
It's a
We can
bigger
expand.
town.
This will be headquarters.
It's a bigger town, man.
That's crazy.
We have 1,500 agents here, or 1,800, 2,000. I guess we have several agents there, but over there they have thousands. 10, 15, 20,000 agents. That you're competing against, and it's a big town too.
Right.
And there is a lot of movement over there.
Yeah.
But I feel like here is treating me really good, and why would I go somewhere else where I can help here create what we've been creating, with the help of top people like yourself, like Mark, with his business and everybody doing here great things. So it's just want to be great together.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the key.
And that's essentially that's a goal of the organization, right? It's like the idea behind it, obviously is for all of us to continue that sense of community, right, and camaraderie, so that small town feel continues, right?
Yeah.
It's really up to the players in the industry,
Definitely,
to help keep that momentum.
So, Mr. Mark, you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, I do. I'm Mark Gomez, South Texas Paving. We've been developing, I guess this is our first year developing, so it's a new thing for us. Like Greg said, 5 years ago we met, and we've been planning this. I've been planning it for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As long as I've known Mark, we're friends from junior high. As a matter of fact, back in Mission Junior High.
Yeah.
I mean, his dad's been in the earthwork type of business,
Exactly.
And the machinery's always been around ever since we were kids.
Well, we did.
And so it's just a natural next step, right?
Yeah. I actually, when I worked for my dad, we were developing for Gary Frisbee.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
And I was doing his septic systems, and I was doing all my.
I remember
dad's
that.
work, so
At 18?
That's where I saw development my first time, and I see people paving, it was Valley Paving. They were doing the paving, and then.
Where'd you start with your dad, right? Because I remember this story. You started with your pops.
Yeah, I started with my pops. I was
You
a
actually
shoveler.
started in accounting.
Mark, this is good.
Oh,
Talk
yeah.
into the mic, so I want to make
Okay,
sure that
sure.
they hear. There you go.
Yeah.
You started in accounting. At school.
Yeah, well, I went to school for accounting.
Tell them the story,
and,
bro. I think it's a cool story.
Yeah, I went to school for accounting, and I was working, for my dad in the meantime, in the trenches. It was me and him, man. We were installing septic systems.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we used to put hay on the gravel. It wasn't paper, or now it's actually tubing, plastic tubing. But yeah, I was his installer. I was doing all the grunt work on the bottom.
Yeah.
He would dig the system, and it was me and him, man, covering at the end of the day. And he charged his money. But then we started doing development for Gary Frisbee, and we were doing it on a mass scale.
Yeah.
And now we had like 3 operators, and we're just all going at it, digging as many septic systems as we could do for him.
But your pop started you off on like the ground level.
Oh
right?
yeah, he says, "Mijo, here's a shovel."
Yeah,
Definitely.
Here's a shovel. You need to learn how to use it. This is how you use the shovel.
Yeah, you got to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
I remember those conversations.
Yeah, he always told me, you got to do your own work. You got to learn how to do it yourself in case, you have somebody that leaves you or doesn't know what they're doing. You can always replace them.
My dad always tells me that.
Yeah.
You got to be able to,
Step
take
in
care
at
of
any
your-
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you got to be ready. He always tells me,
gotta be
I'm not going to be around forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They teach you for what you need, And my brother took over that business because my brother's older, and he was always meant to follow my dad's footsteps, but I
Yeah.
had to find something else. So that's when I went into the what's next.
You bought your first backhoe.
Yeah, I bought my
I remember
first
that.
backhoe.
2000. What was that? 1990.
It was 2001. It was like it was a while back ago, man. And then my dad, I mean, hey, you're on your own, mijo. You
That's
got
it.
your backhoe. You got to pay your backhoe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, I need work. I gotta
Búscale.
call the neighbor. He needs to bury a cabra or a vaca. Ya no puede
Yeah.
con la pala. So there I am. Hey, man, you got to make that payment.
I remember you would put ads in the monitor.
Yeah, I
Right.
put ads in the monitor, and I actually did some dirt pads for
Yeah.
you and for Edgar. Remember,
Yeah,
Edgar was the
yeah,
contractor
back
too?
in 2004.
All the contractors, I started doing dirt pads, and then it just started getting easier, bro. I was
Wow.
making my payment within a week, and then I had 3 weeks, to try to find other stuff,
That's super
But here's the
cool.
thing, right? So he has a bachelor's degree in accounting.
Yeah.
Con la pala.
Yeah.
And so you were working at an accounting firm, and it was like, man, this is not for me.
I went to PricewaterhouseCoopers, man, which was like the number 2 accounting firm in the world,
in the
bro,
world.
for a little bit. But to me, it was modern day slavery, bro. I was just 10, 12 hours getting paid salary.
Right. Right.
So I just, after a year and a half of that, I didn't see a future, in sticking around and trying to be a partner or something like that.
Right.
So that year that I quit, it's funny, man, because my coworkers actually told me
How old were you when you quit that job?
I was 23.
You were 23.
23 years old, yeah.
How long did you work there before you realized, like, I feel like,
About a year.
that's really crazy that you say modern day slavery, because basically it is in a way. It really is. And it's
You got a little
pretty-
cubicle, you're number crunching, and
That's right.
you don't see the light of day
Yeah,
until
you got this salary. They ain't gonna pay you anymore, but I'm gonna need you to stay till 9 o'clock, and I need you to be here early in the morning, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So when do you have time for yourself, bro? It was a tough time, man.
Enough
For a year.
so that you traded the pen in for a shovel.
I did.
Crazy.
Yep, I did, and life couldn't have been better, man. A year later, I was actually making what the partners make
Yeah.
in a year.
Wow.
So they're telling you make about 100, yeah. So
You were saying your
That's
friends
beautiful.
when you
Yeah.
quit, your friends were telling you what?
yeah, he said, where are you gonna go work, man? I said, I'm gonna go work with a backhoe. And he said, oh, you're gonna go work with Gomez Tacos, or you're gonna do maintenance, lawn maintenance. And I'm like, hey, no knock to that, but man, just because we're Mexican doesn't mean we got to go do yards and stuff. You know what I mean? This is a backhoe, bro. It doesn't cut grass.
I did.
I mean, I've cut a few yards.
I got a
did-
few yards, man. But,
I did
but
too,
it's not all.
but they're expecting me to go,
Yeah, no, I get it.
but yeah, man, I got that backhoe and it just, just make friends, bro. Just
Yeah.
make friends. Hey, I want to help you. How can I help you?
Yeah.
You need to do this. I need, let me.
And responsibility, man. I really believe that. I mean, I don't want somebody to be hearing this like, I'm quitting my job tomorrow and I'm going to make all these friends and make all this money. No, like it takes a responsible
takes
person,
time.
Yeah.
and it takes time.
It takes
Exactly.
time.
I think that making friendship is almost in some cases a little better than getting great grades.
Yeah.
Getting good grades in school is good, but being able to do this as an association and create friendship, it's worth, I think,
Like-minded people.
We're gonna go ahead and bleep that out for our kids watching.
Stay in school.
Get good grades.
Get good grades, kind of.
We're the exception, right?
We need
always
A's.
Talk about the exception.
We're the exception.
Yeah, we're the exception,
Yeah.
man. I mean, we.
No,
you know,
it obviously is very important, right? Who your network is.
Yeah, and then that's what it's all about, man. I mean, that's why earlier I was talking about being so close to everybody. You have an idea, you have a project. Anytime we get projects in our hands, we the first thing is like, who can I take this to? Who benefit from it?
You can't do it
who
by
I have
yourself,
been talking to?
right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it alone. I would love to have everything, but it's just not possible. And just share it with the people that we know. Right,
Exactly.
And that's important for us because that's what we continue to grow, because we continue to expand our network. We talk to a lot of people. We're always out there in events. We always talking about it. And that's
awesome.
the key. For us. Hey, how do you do it, and how do you get all these developers? I'm always talking about it to the store, wherever I'm at. I'm always talking about real estate.
So how did you get into real estate?
I was
right?
about to ask
No,
that.
but I beat you to it. I'm on my game today.
I have to thank Rick Benavides
Yeah.
for that. But I was a former banker. I was a banker for about 12 years. I worked for BBVA, PNC, IBC Bank, Vantage Bank. I was a branch manager there in a couple of those branches. But again, going back to just modern day slavery. Nothing to bankers.
Nothing against the.
I love bankers.
Nothing
Because
against
honestly,
the working
We're
class.
gonna bleep that one out.
Honestly, banking taught me how to organize myself, how to be able to what you're doing is worth it, right? Like your documents, everything needs to be in order. That and the bank, you know, I was a vault teller and learned how to count cash. A lot of great things that I learned from there, you know. But you get to a point. I got to a point because you know
there's a limit.
I don't belong in a room, you know. I belong out there in the streets, you know, and meeting people, making deals happen. Like that's what it was. And there, I felt like it wasn't. I didn't understand it though at that time. I was like, why am I not happy? Like I'm gonna hit 30. I'm like, I don't have anything for myself. Like, why am I here? You know. So I actually cut the bank cold turkey, man.
Yeah.
I just said one day, here's my keys, and
you were out.
And I was out with no money in my bank, nothing, nobody. I didn't know anybody. The only one I knew was Rick, you know, which is my broker now, and I've been with him since then. About 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I used to be his banker, so I used to manage all his accounts and do all that stuff. And that's why he's like, man, what are you doing here, bro?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget what he did. He's like, you know, he's like, he grabbed a piece of paper and hit it on the wall. That's you right there. But you should be all this right here, and that stayed in my mind. I'm like, man, what am I doing here? You know, like yeah, it's comfortable, 8 to 5, great benefits and everything, but there's no room for growth, especially here because you have to get out of here. Really in the banking, unless you're in commercial or you're a VP or something like that, which is great, you know. But that's kind of where we're like, I need to be out of here. I need to be on the streets, and I joined real estate, and it's been the best thing that I ever had.
No looking back.
I love it, man. I got to meet you. You were one of the first people that I met. We started working together, selling homes together, doing all kinds of stuff together. But now, you know, 6 years later,
we're still here, bro. We're still doing the same thing, right? We're moving.
We
moving
just got
forward.
the email that your loan got approved.
We did. Oh shit, high five, bro.
Nice.
I was gonna wait for it, right?
Nice.
Now I'm gonna need the down payment.
Now start collecting.
Come on, $50. Hey, that's great, man. That's actually really good to hear. I can't tell you what it is yet because my partner is very secretive.
Sure.
So I got to respect that. But we're really excited about the project that's coming up, man. And thank you for helping me out with that, dude.
Yeah.
That was a great deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
And it's cool to hear. It's cool to hear, like, hey, man, you took a risk, bro. And you took a risk, and you took a risk. You know, you quit your job, you quit your job.
Yep.
I quit my job, too. I took a risk, too. That's why I relate to that, because it's like, hey, man, you're out.
Yeah.
And I can personally relate to feeling like you're trapped and knowing that you don't belong there, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's when a lot of people die, like mentally and spiritually, they die in that. And a lot of, I mean, everybody knows what they do, but when I was going through what I went through, I know, and I wanted to have lunch with you also so that we can meet each other and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it was just where everyone's so busy, we couldn't make it happen.
I know you very well because I've never met you, but I've heard your podcast.
You can't hide anymore.
Yeah, you can't hide, man.
Yeah.
For everybody. That's why I like these podcasts. You get to know somebody. You know, Facebook, you look at somebody, you need to interact with somebody.
Yeah, right.
You need to hear their energy, feel them. Like, yeah, everybody looks at Facebook and great, you know, everybody having a great time, but you have to have that connection with that, person, you know.
Communication is at different levels.
That's why the podcast is so great because you get to know them a little bit more.
Right.
You know, instead of like the construction and pouring foundation, hey, you get to know them on a personal level, how they think, how they process their thoughts, and how their family, and because that to me is important. That's probably what I read the most when I talk to somebody.
I think you get to realize that everybody's just human, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you're just dealing with other people that have similar flaws and
Everybody has problems.
similar dreams and similar problems, and I think it's easier to relate, right? When that's the case.
Definitely. But that's crazy, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And real estate here is awesome, man. I mean, like, it's happiness. You know, I have one of my buddies that just joined our team, and man, he's doing so great. He's about to close a really big deal, you know, and he's just happy and excited. You know, just you are alive. You know, your light goes up. You know, like that's the beauty of being here in real estate, man. Because that's what it does to me. It brightens my day. You know, hey, there's all these things happening. Like, you just gotta work hard. You know, and be at the right time at the right place. You know?
Yeah, but at the right time, at the right place. Definitely.
And it's gonna happen, right? You're around it so much that it's gonna happen.
Something's about to tag. Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, at the end of the day, right? Like we grew up here in the valley, and I don't know if you guys were anything like me growing up in elementary, but man, I wouldn't stay home, right? I'd be out, you know, in the neighborhood all day, bro, in la calle all day.
And then the moms will call the other moms.
Hey, ya se está haciendo noche, Ronnie, métete.
Nomás ibas ahí por las sodas.
And you get home and there was dirt rings.
Yeah.
You gotta sleep with dirt rings.
Don't need
So,
to shower.
so if you guys were anything like me, obviously,
I showered, but the rest, yes.
I agree with all that.
The other stuff, yes, but I showered.
hey, don't lie with it. But no, so like, you know, at the end of the day, if you guys were anything like that growing up as kids, I mean, how do you keep a kid like that stuck in an office?
Yeah.
Right? It was never going to be your thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kiddos out there, or dads that have their kiddos, or moms that have their kiddos, like,
Let
you
them
know,
play.
yeah, take those things into consideration, right? Everybody's a little different, and if your kiddo's the one that likes to be out playing and making friends, and then you know,
Bored. Kids get bored.
lead them
you know?
in a certain direction that's gonna benefit their personality.
Yeah, you mold them. You help them with their personality and plug in those things that you didn't hear when you were younger.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do anything you set your mind, as long as you work hard. You focus. Pay attention, learn, listen. You know, a lot of those things that I didn't get taught any of those things.
You have
as
kiddos?
an adult. I have a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I think she's 15, but she's 10. She's going to 5th grade. We had her pretty busy this summer. Summer track. She did camps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she loves it. She told me today that she wanted to work at those camps, the rec centers. That she wanted when she was older. She's like, I want to work and help other kids too. So
That's
I
cool.
think
That's
she sees
cool.
the benefit, and she's 10, man. I mean, she's all about money though. She
Yeah.
likes it. She talks about it. She's doing her business here and there.
She sees her
selling
dad.
bracelets.
She sees her dad, right?
We help her put those thoughts together, and instead of discouraging and stuff like that. So
Instead of
we push
discouraging it.
yeah, or nobody's gonna buy anything. So just keep pushing it. Let him fail.
Yeah.
Let him fail. Let him fall. Let him fall. It's okay to fall. You need to get up.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's going to fall eventually.
If you're
Hard.
not falling,
Mark,
you're not trying.
Smart,
Yeah,
hard.
that's true.
We all fall.
If you're not failing, you're not even trying.
That's right.
It's just the way it works,
Yep.
Denzel Washington says that.
Was it Denzel?
Denzel Washington.
That's absolutely right, man.
Yeah.
Mark, you got kiddos?
I got kiddos. Yeah, I got 3. They're all into sports. I guess softball, volleyball, baseball.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Both you and your wife Lizette, but were both athletes, right? In high
Yeah,
school?
yeah. She was track. Actually, she did volleyball and basketball also, but she was like
Track star.
way up there in track.
She was a beast.
Yeah,
I remember.
She was a beast.
Yeah.
Man.
She was a freshman when we
She
were.
was a freshman running for varsity.
Yeah,
That's the
I
first
remember
day
that.
I saw her,
Yeah.
and that's when
The
it
first
happened.
day
And then
you saw her?
and his life.
She doesn't believe me that I knew her before I met her.
there you
But
go.
I
So
hunted her.
basically, you
That sounds,
stalked her.
like, that sounds like a song, man. That sounds like a song. I knew you before I met you.
That's cool. And you
is
guys
so
are still
cool.
married?
Yeah, we're still married. Been 18 years. Actually,
That's
anniversary
good.
was this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Congratulations.
Congrats, bro.
Wow.
Congrats.
18 years, bro. Our daughter's
bueno.
17, so it was like right after.
Yeah. Honeymoon?
Like months. Yep.
We know what you did during that.
All right. So 18 years later.
So yeah,
So where do babies come from?
right. We definitely found out. We took advantage right away.
Yeah.
So you got 3 kiddos.
3 kiddos, yeah. They're doing well. I mean, we're teaching them their hard work. I haven't put them to work, or how my dad.
Yeah,
he
it was
gave
a
me
little
that
different.
shovel right away, right? So, I have my kids. I had him shovel a little bit around the house, just to make sure he knew how to shovel in case he goes with me.
At least.
Don't embarrass me, you know what I mean? Hey, grab the shovel, ride. And, But I teach him to work more in the sports. You get to know, you get the camaraderie, and you work hard, and the
results.
He's lifting weights at 5 a.m. with me, dude, for
Yeah.
3-4 times a week.
Work ethic can be taught in different ways.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't have
So-
to always
so-
be a shovel.
Exactly. He's getting that work, and then he goes to his practices and does his batting and his fielding and pitching and stuff. So, and the girls the same way, man. They do a little bit of housework just so that they can know their way around the kitchen and stuff. Just so that they know, not because
Yeah,
it
they
has
need
to be
to.
done, right?
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't need to be that way.
It doesn't need to be that way because it's not for me. So yeah, but they still learn their stuff and they do good in school, and they got to pass the play.
You got any? You guys have any of your kiddos like wanting to take over what you all do? Any interest? I know we had
does.
Efren the other day.
Oh,
Efren's younger son wants to.
He wants to be a builder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of your kiddos?
Yeah, she knows that. I mean, she's like, excellence is mine. And I told her, I was like, this is
really?
yours. I was like, as soon as you turn
She's
18,
ready.
it's going to be yours. It's yours. You're gonna take it. You're gonna manage. You're gonna take over, and
You're gonna pay my salary.
yeah, todo.
Yeah,
she's
gonna take care of me.
We just recently opened up a construction company too, so
Nice.
she knows about that too. So that's mine too. So I'm teaching her because it really, that's what it should be, right? Just the next generation, right? Here we go, where did all the work? We already cut your time in half,
Right. Exactly.
We already went through all the crap, and just cut it in half.
You got to take it from here forward. Right?
Yeah.
No going back.
And
No,
that's
no going
beautiful.
back,
And that's beautiful,
yeah.
brother. Because it's like you said, I'm already done you're doing the hard work.
Yeah,
Leave something established. Or else, what are you doing it for?
yeah.
Yeah.
Generational growth,
It's
man.
like they say, we're not gonna live to forever. We're not gonna live forever, but we're supposed to build something that does.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
The
kind of-
legacy.
Yeah, the legacy.
That's
You
what
gotta
we talk
keep
about.
forever. Yeah, we're not gonna live forever, like
Yeah.
Dad said, but you should build something that does.
Yeah, give your children a leg up. You know what I mean? It's what generations of families do. And it's hard for us to do because most of us are first, second
We
generation.
started from.
Yeah.
So we're ground zero, but you want to put your kids just a little bit
Next level.
give them a little nudge and get them at least over the first step.
Life is hard enough as it is without any help. right?
Exactly.
And that's what I think parents are here to at least do is help and guide.
Yeah.
So we're in a builders organization, right? And you just mentioned that you opened up a construction company. How was your first build?
It was
Let's talk
nice,
about
man.
that.
It was good.
No stresses.
A lot of stress.
What did you build?
A lot of stress.
I built it about 6 months ago, and
Yeah?
I sold it about a week ago. Yeah.
Nice.
So it took a little while towards the end to sell, but it just things happen for a reason. We had it under contract. Deal went south. Then we were off. We couldn't sell it for a few months, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. I'll use it as an investment property. And no, we got a cash offer, and this is the deal. We didn't lose. We just negotiated a little bit more than what I wanted to, but we closed it. We made money, and we moved on from it. So it was interesting. I like
Yeah.
it. It's
Would you do it? Would you do it again?
I would definitely do it again.
Yeah?
I would definitely do
What
it
was your
again.
biggest obstacles? So this is your first build, right? There's 9,000
It's just-
parts that go into
just-
building a
just
house.
being there all the time.
Being there?
Just being there. You have to be there. You have time consuming, and we have all this stuff going on. So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with the help of Luis, my business partner too, he does great things for us too. So, but entre los dos ahí tratando de hacer
Yeah.
algo. But I like it. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. We did good. We have all the connections already. We know all the subcontractors. One of my guys that's in my team, he's also a builder. So we use a lot of his subs. So he used a lot of his expertise too. Hey, what do we do this in situations here and there? But yeah, so it was we did good.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Did were you in the organization already when you were building this, or was it after?
Yes. No, I was as a realtor. I was in
Yeah.
SCBA.
Yeah.
But I wasn't
When you were building.
Yeah. I only built one house, right? So I
Yeah.
don't consider myself a builder.
No, you're a
But,
builder, bro.
yeah,
I mean,
I know,
you
you
got
did
it.
it, though.
Yeah,
You did it. I guess, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
No,
I am.
honestly, man, dude, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
so-
badass.
But
I
yeah,
don't
we
think
have a lot
there's
of
any
plans,
builders
yeah.
truly like in our organization that they can appreciate that, right? Because we all built our first house at some point, and it wasn't easy.
I mean, I used to work for a big construction company here, Construction. I worked there for about 3 years.
Mr. Martin.
I was their sales manager there, so I knew the process already. It was just actually doing it, with your own money, so it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
But
How's that stress level?
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I like putting myself in situations like this because I have to succeed. Like I have no other choice.
Yeah.
Like I have to go through it. I have to put myself in these situations to be able to succeed. Because if I'm just too comfortable and afraid to take risks and stuff like that,
You need a little
sometimes-
bit of pressure.
Yeah, I need the pressure. I need.
Yeah.
I need.
That's
I
when you
need-
excel.
I need to pay my guys. I need to go out there. I need to pay. This. I need to do that. So people say, well, what do you get more? It just pushes you a little bit more. It gives you a little bit more of a push and a responsibility and a little fire up your.
Where'd you learn that? Right? I mean, we all learned that somewhere. Nobody is born with that drive and that like belief in themselves
I
that
think
hey, dude, I'm just gonna do it.
I think that reading books, man. Reading
Yeah?
books really helps.
All right.
Thinking that way, trying to get everything, put yourself in the situations where, go up or down,
Yeah.
So, and just
Jump in the water and
give
you
yourself,
swim or
give
you-
yourself
or
some. I tell my guys all the time, put yourself, get an assistant, because you get conservative, right? I mean, and it's okay to be.
You get comfortable.
Did you go through anything as a child that you could say like, I was a product of bullying, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would get bullied bad, like in middle school. Like I would like bad, bro. Like I would go to the nurse's office and fake sick because I wanted to get out. That's how bad it was, and it was like almost every day, right? And I still remember my dad picked me up once, and he was like, "Look, dude, like one day you're gonna kick these guys' ass. Like one day, bro, just don't give up." And the best thing he did for me was put me with like to start working out and training, right?
There you go. Yeah.
And it was funny because when I saw football for the first time, I was like in 7th grade, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And like all I did was play soccer, and they're like, "Oh, that's football," and I was like, "I want to play football." So they threw me on with the pads. I got hit. I started crying. Started crying. I was in 7th grade, being honest, right? Yeah. And it was funny because that was the motivation to want to prove the people that were the bullying. And it's funny now because some of them are actually my camaradas now. But that was the motivation that in my mind that I was like, I need to prove all these guys wrong. I need to prove everybody wrong because it was the bullying was so bad. And it was funny because all I did was work to prove them wrong and with everything that I did with football, I went, you know,
You're all in. Yeah.
It was all in. And now in my life, everything is all in. And if I fail, it's on me. You know, like you, like you say, man, why be afraid? I'd rather say I tried and failed than didn't try at all, you know? But it was like, that's why I'm like, did you experience anything as growing up that maybe triggered your mind to think the way you do? Because it's not everyone
It's
thinks
definitely
like
a key for success. Right?
Yeah, I think I feel in the life that I've lived, you know, I beat the odds with a lot of different things growing up and younger and all the things that we went through, you know. So every time something like this happens, it goes good, you know. Just 90% of the time, I survive. You know, I survive. I do more. Even if I lose a little bit more, I'll survive. And it's always, I think that's what really pushes me and drives me more. Like, put yourself in situations. I know it's going to work. It's just going to be because I have to put that I believe in myself to be able to do those type of, you know, be at that level, you know, because you got to put a lot of pressure on you. You know, for every level, there's another devil, right? So the higher you get, the bigger you get, the more stress it is. But the more you're able to do and help more people. You know?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a leader in helping the people that are behind me, my team, my family, my everybody. So I put myself, I have a lot of pressure on myself, and I don't share that a lot, you know, sometimes with my wife, but I don't share it a lot. You know, I have a lot of pressure, and I like to put myself in that pressure because I have to succeed. I have to make it happen. I have to deliver.
The accomplishment.
I have all these clients, and you know, I have to be able to do that. So I put myself in situations like that.
there was this.
cool.
We were at church this past Sunday, and the message, and it resonated because it was the second time I hear this message. The first time was I was watching Joe Oisting it was a Sunday, and I couldn't make it to church, but I was watching him preach, right? And I heard it's the second time this past Sunday, and I was like, you know what? Like, when I first heard this message, I took it in, and I've lived my life after with that message in mind, is that sometimes the stress level that we feel is not accepting the road that we're walking. And if you're already walking the road, the end of the road, you've already gotten there. So you're just walking through the road that's already been paved for you, you know? And when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Everything I've done has put me where I'm at. So everywhere I'm going, I'm already there.
Right.
So it's already done.
So then what do you have to fear, right?
Exactly. So why even have stress? Why even have stress? Because I think
normal.
about it to myself, like, this is my life.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's
Just
normal.
like, it's there's no stress. You know, and the people are like, dude, I have a buddy who's like, how do you do it, man, with STBA, your construction, your real estate? It's my life, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't stress about it.
It's part of your life.
All I can focus on is what I do.
Move forward. Yeah.
You know, that's all I can focus on. Why am I going to stress about anything else?
And that's why I think a lot of times people don't understand the real estate. You know, like, it's part of you. Like, you're part of real estate. You know, it's not a job. It's not an 8 to 5. It's not going to be any of those things. And that's why, yeah, you see all these, you know, people making money and, you know, being out here, you know, all these vehicles, but there's also, you know, a lot of it behind it, you know, that happens to get there. To get
Absolutely.
to those points, right?
You gotta have good credit first of all to get that vehicle. You don't get good credit by just hanging out at the house.
There's no 580 credit score.
No. Nah, bro.
For those type of loans.
Yeah. And then you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just part of. I mean, you have to live in it. I told one of my friend that just joined. He's like, like, it has to be part of your life, bro.
It has to be your life.
It has to be like at 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. It's gonna live. You're gonna breathe it. You're gonna everything. If you really want to be successful.
Yeah.
Because if you want to block it, it's gonna be really hard for you to block it. I mean, you can when you go vacations and disconnect, which you should at any time, but. Even when you're up there with your family, you're still thinking about real estate. You're still thinking of the things that need to happen.
It just consumes your mind, man.
It just consumes it,
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of putting that energy to the right areas so you'll be able to focus and not focus on the negative and stuff like that, right? So that's work for me, man. And I think that's one of the things that drives me is I put myself in situations where if I get an assistant, now I have to pay him. Now I have to figure it out.
Con más ganas. I gotta work.
Now I gotta work.
Yeah, I gotta
Now I
support.
gotta wake up in the morning. Now I get because it's hard,
Yeah.
It's a stressful business, period. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of people, touching one project, So imagínate, if you want to grow at a big level,
It's just, you'll lose that deal because of one person that's somewhere in an office somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even your fault or your clients or the person that was buying. But I know Greg, man. I mean, I'll call him. I'll text him on Sundays or call him on Sundays, man. And he actually responds. You know,
Yeah, yeah. He's still
I'm
working.
getting ahead of the week.
Yeah.
For Monday morning, he'll see my text. Nah, Sunday he called me, man.
yeah, we'll work at it. We'll put the numbers together. I mean, it's just. It's my life, and they understand that. My family understands that, and I have my sister's a realtor too. My other sister also.
Is she working with you? They're working with you?
Big Realty, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then my other sister just got her lender license, so now she's a lender.
Nice.
Dulce Blanco, shout out, and my sister Brenda Blanco. They're all out there, so. They saw obviously what we've been doing, and we've been trying to get everybody along. Because people that are around us are just like, hey, come with me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We can do it
Juntos.
together.
We can all win
Juntos.
together.
Do it together.
We
I
can
promise
all
you.
win.
I promise you're gonna win.
There's
We're
enough
gonna
for
win.
everybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna win. So.
I love that spirit,
I like
bro.
the fact-
I really
the
do
fact
love
that-
that spirit, man, and it seems to be very alive and well here in the valley.
Yeah, man, and that's why I hang around with people like that.
And the people we hang around with.
That's it. People that want more, that want to, help each other out.
Right.
I know that if I have the best project in the world, I can have people. Let's sit down.
Just call me, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, let's sit down. Who can benefit from this? Put a project together. So any project that's whatever size that comes in our way, we're gonna bring people together to make it happen. Those big developments and all these things that want to happen here.
Right.
So I mean that's the beauty I think of being in the town that we're at.
Yeah, man.
Knowing the people that we know, man. So I love that. I like that about us. And then we're all growing together. We're all going next door, drinking, having a good time. And still talking about business. That's how the podcast
I don't know about
came
the
up,
drinking.
Remember? Yeah.
We're still talking about business.
We just went from over here.
Some of the
over
best
here.
ideas happen in
The
those
ideas
bars.
just get sillier, but we're still talking about the same
gotta weed
stuff.
through.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's what the podcast. That's how the podcast happened. Like, hey, you and Mark should, you should join it. And
Yeah,
shit like
that's how it happened, yeah.
at the.
We had a little happy hour,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like, bro, wow, you guys have badass stories.
We were having like great conversations of stories and all this stuff, and he's like, hey, just come on, man, let's
do the
talk,
podcast.
Let's just talk.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
it turned
And now
out
here we
good.
are, right? 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later.
Yeah,
I remember Ronnie called me. He's like, "We gotta get them on.
But I do
Put this on the
recommend-
schedule.
Get it on the schedule."
You have to get Rick Benavides into one of these
I would
podcasts.
love to, Rick, man.
He's
dude.
another,
Yeah, come on.
He's a great mentor of mine, like I said, and he's doing really good in Big Realty with all the agents,
And they are a good name out there,
Yeah.
and I would love to be able to sit down with them and get to know them and bring them in. That's one thing that we mentioned on the last podcast was that SCBA's always been realtor friendly.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I need to reiterate that because somebody doesn't think we are.
yeah, and
Last night I got an earful.
Look,
But anyway.
this is one
Esa
thing
es
I've
otra
always
historia.
said. You are gonna get what you put in. That's it, man. There's no secret to it, and that's what we just talked about. You're gonna get what you put in. So I had a person. I get asked some crazy questions, but I had a person ask me, "What is SCBA gonna do for me?" Well, you're coming in with the wrong attitude already. So I don't know
what
if
you
that's
can do for your country.
Yeah,
Quote.
like I was like, well, first off, I mean, we're gonna open the doors and you're gonna be able to be around people like yourselves.
Yeah.
You're gonna meet people.
Arms reach.
Like-minded individuals.
You're
right?
gonna meet people.
If you don't have the same mindset, then maybe this isn't the right organization.
Yeah.
But if you do, you're gonna meet some really cool people
Yeah.
that have similar mindsets.
And that's what it takes.
That it's all about working together and figuring out better ways to work together, right?
Yep. And I had I had a realtor ask me that, and I was just like, look, from a realtor perspective, you're only gonna go as far as your relationships go. Especially in the construction industry, unless you get lucky with some instances of people do when they see a for sale by owner and they're able to attract that to them and sell it. But if you have an organization with 64 builders and you got to pay a one-time fee to be able to sit with them,
you're a realtor. It's a no-brainer, bro.
You know what I mean?
It just takes one deal.
You want to get in the door, bro.
Exactly.
One deal.
Make a friend, brother.
Make a friend.
Yeah. When I joined, I probably closed about 3 or 4 deals.
Yeah.
Since I joined.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it already paid off.
I mean, and I don't want to say like it sounds like I got money from it, but it's like now I built 4 more relationships.
Right.
Now I have 4 more builders. Now they call me. What do? We do developments. We have lots. We're gonna have we're gonna have about maybe almost 1,200 lots.
Yeah.
In different subdivisions, different sizes, different areas, and everything, right?
Good for you.
So that's what I told the builders. I was like, guys, I have all the inventory.
Yeah.
Right.
Just call if you have a client.
Here you go.
Call me. Yeah. I'll put you into something.
There's all these inventory, that's coming in. What's coming in. What's just about to start. So
talking about
it's a relationship.
Talking about the lots. What sizes are you looking at?
And that's something I was telling a friend of mine. I was like, I like to find pockets in real estate, right? It's just not put a subdivision here and that's it.
Right.
No, it's like really strategizing. And so I go, okay, what does that area need, right? For example, Mark's. The area that Mark is at is kind of like, it used to be county, we annexed to the city, right? So it's a little out there, but it's not too out there, right? A lot of the people in that area are looking for space. They're looking for, they have little goats, or they have ATVs, they have a bunch of toys, they have a bodega in the back for their whatever work. So we're like, we need at least half acres so we can be able to, give them that space.
They're hard to find.
And they're hard to find. Nobody has them, especially in those areas with restrictions. It's going to have restrictions. It's going to be obviously no trailers, no, frame homes. And
nice
stuff like
subdivision.
That. So we said no owner financing.
Nice. A nice subdivision with good size lots.
Nice.
Exactly. Half acres, right?
Those are hard to find.
And there was none half acres, right? And we priced them correctly. We priced them really good. There was budget there to price them at a good price because we need to understand the market and we need to create that market.
We got an audience, bro. What's the starting point?
So they're in 89,000. Basically, that's what it starts with the half acres.
Half acre lots.
It's on the corner of Cesar Chavez and Russell Road, or 17 and a half.
Okay.
Right in the north east corner. So
ready by when?
The developer is here.
Ready by
Here's a contractor.
3-4 months, guys. We're not that far away. We already started the storm drainage. We're covering up as we speak. The guys are compacting.
You don't look stressed at all.
Not at all.
Because it's already done.
I know the owner.
I know the owner. I've known Mark for a long time.
I'm not gonna get fired from
No, I've known Mark for a long time, and Mark's one of those guys that'll take some big risks, and. Y lo ves y nada que ver, it's all good, bro. No pasa nada.
Well, we almost.
I'd be like,
we almost stalled that project.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Yeah.
The bank.
Actually, the economy. The whole bank holding on
interest rates going up and all that.
Yeah, residential stuff. We were the last subdivision to get in on single family.
Because there's 66 subdivision permits just in the city of Edinburgh.
Exactly. But
so you were number 66.
Yeah, we're the last one, but they're half acre lots, so it's not the same, what I mean? You have different markets. So, I mean, we don't feel like we're going to have any. We've sold, we have 10.
You've already
10
got
pre-sold.
Yeah.
We need to sell half,
50,
half, which is 24 to cover the bank income.
What's the restriction on the sizes of the houses? What are we looking
1,800 minimum, 2-car garage.
What?
Bro, no, I'm sorry. It's just like I'm sorry. It just made all sense to me because today, bro. This is how cool, right? Being in a network of people that are like-minded works. I got a call today from Mario. Hey, you got a house that's ready, blah 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 blah, in this price range. Yeah, bro, send him over. So guy shows up, hey, and we're talking, and he really likes our product, which is great.
He loves the product.
Yeah, but he needs to move in. Like he needs a house pretty quickly. Then he's looking for half acre lots. And then like it's just weird the way everything works. Well, with how funny we're actually gonna have a podcast today with a friend of mine who's a developer and his real estate team that just so happens to have half-acre lots.
And this guy called me off a sign I have like on sugar, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man,
and it's all in this little circle.
And that's
Which
why
is
you
kind
joined the
of weird.
association, right?
You know what I mean? It's kind of weird and cool in a way.
Yeah, and that's going back to the pockets like that. We knew that was a need in that area.
No, I get people all the time that ask for
the
land.
same thing with we focus a lot of the smaller lots, right? 5,000 square feet lots, 6,000 square foot lots, 1,200 minimum, 1-car garage, smaller homes, right? Like that. Again, a pocket where nobody's there. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be the cheapest one, and then bring everybody else back in there, and then we're out. And the same thing, another pocket, another area where there's not too much developments, but we know all the developments are there. That's why, like, having all these engineers that we work with and getting their opinions, hey, what's going on here, what's going that? No, I'm doing this project, I'm doing that project. So we're guiding. We're
The engineer that you guys are working with, is he part of STBA?
I think he is.
I know the answer to that. Of course he is. Of course he is.
Mario Reina,
Mario.
Melvin and Hunt,
The man.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
So I talked to him yesterday and this morning too, man. So, he helps us a lot with a lot of the projects that we have, and he's a unique character. He's busy and everything, but he knows what he's doing.
He's like
he's doing Marks.
the go-to
He's doing
guy.
Marks,
Guru,
yeah.
bro. He's the guru.
Yeah.
You go ask him about, hey man, I want to look at a property at this part of McAllen or this part of Far or
probably already
Edinburgh.
seen it.
He's like, oh yeah, we did the storm drainage there half a year ago with this guy. And,
I'm helping 3 guys here.
You're
around the
talking
area.
about a little section of the valley, bro. The guy knows the matrix of
We need to get him on a podcast. Next time you guys talk to
definitely,
him,
man.
we need
I
to
know
get him
where
on
he's
here.
gonna want to go and have that podcast.
Yeah, where?
Where?
I'm down. I don't know.
Sidebar.
I'm down, bro.
He's gonna wanna go to
Sidebar's
Sidebar.
badass. I know the owner of Sidebar. We graduated with the owner of Sidebar.
That's right.
Quig.
That's right.
Quig and Ruben Gomez is the one that's running
Ruben
that
Gomez
place.
helps him.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
We should do that. Yeah, I'll reach out to him.
Mario's good.
Yeah.
Just gotta catch him in town because he travels.
Yeah,
a
we'll
lot,
have to
so.
puncture his tires or something. Where you going,
Drain
bro?
his battery.
Bro, where you going?
He has a Tesla.
Podcast
He has a
this way.
Tesla. Cut the cable so he doesn't charge the phone.
And then pick him
Doesn't
up. Right?
charge
Yeah.
the phone.
I mean the car. The car.
That's funny.
We could totally do that.
What's up with your Tesla? You still have a Tesla?
I don't. Well, no, my son. I got my son a Tesla.
I remember when we went to go pick up yours.
I remember. Yes, bro.
I took you.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
remember.
still have
With
that
that.
picture.
Yeah, we took I drove your Corvette.
Yeah.
You took the Corvette and the Chevy, the GMC truck that you had, that white one.
Yep.
We're going to San Antonio.
Yeah, dude, that was fun. That was a fun trip.
That was cool. Just in and out, man.
Yeah.
dope.
I hadn't seen one, and I drove his
That
car.
was one of the first ones
It
that
was,
came out.
yeah,
right?
it was the Model S, right? I think
It was a Model S.
That's
yeah.
how I knew Ronnie from the
Man, bro, I
I'll
was
be
like,
like, that's
beautiful
the, That's
car.
the Tesla guy.
You know, I was always one of those guys that like technology, bro.
Yeah.
You always had the newest stuff.
Yeah, we drove it.
I'm a
back.
sucker
It was
for that.
nice, man.
Whatever.
And for cars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honest.
cars. Yeah, for sure. I don't have a lot of bad habits, but that's definitely I'd spend money on that.
Vehicles.
To a fault, maybe.
That's what we work
Whatever.
for, bro.
You gotta reward yourself, man.
It's all good, bro.
nice.
It's all
It's
good.
okay.
I enjoy it. It's
okay.
it's the thing that I do.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro.
Nah, it's all good.
So, half-acre lots. What else do we have on the table? Where are you at?
For Mr. Mark, because that's all we have right now.
Yeah, we got it's 30 acres, bro. It's a mile from Economides and a mile from Eisenhower, so it's not that far out there that you're not in the city. Now it's a city, so
And it has no neighbors, so you're not surrounded by
Yeah,
neighbors. So it's
yeah.
just a piece of land in the
big
middle.
lots. They're like deep.
They're 86 by 252.
Have you sold any of those lots to any of the STBA members?
We have.
Bayo, Eddie.
Eddie, and then he also
Eddie
got
Bayo?
a client.
Yeah, Eddie Bayo.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out Eddie Bale,
He's
man.
building his house there.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
personal house.
And then he got a client also that also wants a house there.
That's
So
awesome.
Yeah.
He's been.
Shout out to Eddie, man. He's one of the
I like him.
He's a good
badass
guy.
builders in the valley.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about the last time. I was like, I heard his podcast, man. I was like, man.
Yeah, he was on our
that's a
podcast, dude.
man.
Good story.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's a great story.
Yeah.
Like, the way he talks and the way he thinks. I mean, that's what I look at, man. Your brain. How does your brain function?
Yeah.
Right.
Good, honest
Yeah,
dude.
like, hey, we just be good people, man. Just
Right.
good things are gonna happen when you're good. Like,
Yeah.
in real estate, I always talk about the real estate gods. They're out there. If you count your eggs before they hatch,
They're gonna
I'm
get
I'm
you.
a big guy of saying like, hey, I don't count it at my cash. Right? Like all the closings they close, I got the money in the bank, I'm good.
Yeah.
And this last one on my house,
Yeah.
the spec that I did, I was like, man, you know what? Because I didn't really buy myself stuff, right? So I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself some.
What'd you
nice
get?
boots.
What'd you get?
No, deja tú. I'm gonna buy myself some boots, you know. I'm gonna go to Reynosa and custom tal. All this,
Yeah.
right?
Bought the reward before the.
Boom, that deal goes south. I'm like, I knew it. I told my friend, I was like, man, that's why I never do those things.
Yeah.
That's why I don't count.
Don't add to cart.
And then, I was like, man,
It
the
happens.
real estate gods are still trying to teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, just like don't count it until it's done.
There's like a saying like don't speak before it happens or something like that, right? Like or mom always tells me you can't share your plans.
I know, yeah.
Because they're not gonna happen.
I have a problem with that. I need to stop doing that. I can't help it, bro. Like I just get really excited about stuff. Jaime, he's like, hey, bro, you can't shut up. Don't say anything.
Wait, tell everybody that.
I mean, it's
I'm learning.
a very,
I'm learning as I grow.
It's a jealous business, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, as ugly as it sounds, it's the reality of it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all trying to, bring the bread, and feed our families. Sometimes it gets a little tough like that.
Sure.
But I mean, I think as long as you always keep that respect, because at the end of the day, I'll go up against an agent, and I want to have cool, good relationship, communication with the agent, but I'm still looking out for my client. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna, beat you. Try to beat you.
Yeah, of
in
course.
the offers and stuff like that we're doing. So, I mean, it's part of the business, and I know sometimes it's gonna
chess,
be them.
It's a little chess game, right?
Yeah, like sometimes it's them, sometimes it's me. You just got to learn when you have the upper hand. And it's okay to admit that you don't have the upper hand, but still trying to get you the best deal.
The
possible.
funnest part is
most
negotiating.
People don't do that. Yeah,
I love it. I love that part.
Most agents don't preposition the client. They don't tell them, hey, like we don't have the upper hand. Yeah, you want $10,000, $20,000 off? Yeah, sure. Let's submit an offer under $20,000 under. Man, they're gonna tell us
You gotta
just
steer the
send it
ship,
back.
man.
Yep.
You gotta let them know where to go, because you're the one with the experience. I always ask Greg, hey, well, what do you think we need to do with this, man? Is this
Be real.
Is this really gonna work, or is this not gonna work, or how can we?
Well, we depend on each other. You have to depend on each other. Everybody has their expertise.
Cada chango su mecate.
Exactamente. Yeah. So I mean, that's the beauty of this business. You get to touch a lot of souls. A lot of people. And,
Absolutely.
doing, like just being here. I hadn't heard of this place.
Really?
Unfortunately, and that's because I come here.
It's a nice place, right?
It's a hell of a place, man. It's really nice.
So
I wanna
Juan
try
and
the
George,
coffee.
they're the owners of you guys have heard of Oak?
Oh,
Yeah, we've been there a couple
We
times.
love Oak.
Yeah. I want to go right out.
Yeah.
If
We
I
go
re-
after this.
Well, now you don't have to go because of the same owners of
Yeah.
Solo pecado.
Same drinks.
are the same owners of Oak. Cool, man.
That's
what else we
awesome.
got?
Y'all weren't part of the tournament, right?
The golfing tournament.
Oh,
I was out of town, man, but I usually do those golf tournaments.
Oh man, we're gonna get one going. Definitely gonna get another one going, but it was really good, man.
How many teams did you guys have?
We had 28 teams. We
a
had
lot of teams, man.
every hole got sponsored.
How did we not win?
There's only 36 holes.
Obviously, people
Ron
take
were
that
the
very
same team.
seriously.
No, people
Yeah,
take
Mark and I were
golf very seriously.
Yeah.
Very seriously, and because
Well,
it's
when
not
there's
an easy
cash
sport.
involved.
Yeah.
We
But,
take it seriously for about one hole, maybe two.
And then the drinks are
I
filled.
took it seriously until I realized I'm not that good.
I'm not gonna make this cut.
I'm usually good
I'm
the
not
front
gonna,
nine.
I'm not gonna be serious about being shitty.
So you're saying that it's not like Top Golf?
Bro, I do really good at Top Golf. Any day anybody wants to challenge me at Top Golf,
Well, you have a fairway that's like 300 yards.
yeah. I'm always in between the fences. Even when it hits it comes back in.
Nah, but it was really good.
Golf is growing here in the valley a lot.
It is.
It really is.
I really enjoy it.
Where do y'all golf at? What the?
I usually go to Tres Lagos,
yeah.
Champions Lake, which is Palm View golf course. We do a lot of Monte Cristo too.
Tres Lagos?
Los Lagos.
Los Lagos. I was about to say, I was like, I didn't even
Sorry,
know.
Los Lagos. I call it Lost
Monte Cristo has a good
It has a
one.
lot of hills. You lose a
Yeah,
bunch of
you
balls.
do.
No, dude. It's
Bro,
bad.
I swear to
That's why I
God,
call it Lasso,
I waste about 16, 20 balls every time I go.
And the first
You're
hole,
like a little bit off the fairway, and you
Yeah.
hit a hill.
the first hole is like super.
All right, it's like 40 balls.
The first hole has that water.
Why you gotta
hazard.
call me out, bro?
Yeah, no, man, but I like it though. It's
No, it's a lot of
we
fun.
have
It's a
little
really nice
trad,
course.
a golf trad, so we'll
That's
try to
cool.
go,
Yeah,
I like to go during the week. And the
okay.
week is better for me, in the morning. Tea time 7:15.
Less hot.
Early.
By 11 o'clock, you're out.
You know, the
can still go
developer
back
over
to
there
work.
is also STB Avenmer.
Yeah. He and he. I want to say he had one of the best top two setups.
No, it was better than mine.
It was dope.
You don't have to be nice
It
to
was
me,
dope.
bro.
It
It's all
was
good.
dope. It was dope.
for the
The
house?
prices.
Also, what we
Oh,
did, I encourage people to put up a tent and do what you want. You know, I got with
Push
the
it.
chorus, of course, and they were like, "Hey, man, they can put whatever as long as they're not in the way of people teeing off." And man, these guys, everybody went all out. But he went all out specifically. He had a bar out there. He had tacos being made, hot dogs being made.
No, from
Yeah,
the
everything,
developer.
bro.
Yeah.
The developer.
And then he had some prizes if you made this putt, and they weren't just little prizes, bro. I mean,
Yeah, no, they were nice.
They were
Really?
nice, bro. And he had like this putt thing set up. And I mean, it was awesome, bro. And it really was cool to see. And
It's a great
He's
development.
very, he's very proud of his development,
Yeah,
and he's
he's
done an
doing great
amazing job,
development.
bro.
He's doing good.
I think he's on phase 7, and I think
Yes,
it's
sir.
mostly sold out.
Is it,
Like,
Yeah,
it's like
phase
Furious.
7,
This
bro.
is like the
Furious 10.
Furious 10. X.
yeah, he has more phases than the Fast and the Furious series.
you know, I
Hey,
thought
but
it was
he's really
cool.
down to earth, though.
Nah, he's really
You
cool.
Just approach him and talk
Boss,
to him
he's
about
doing
anything, bro.
great.
He's-
And he called me.
He's happy.
He was
happy
actually
man.
like on the front line. Like he was like, "Hey, I want to meet you at the clubhouse." And I showed up with him at the clubhouse, and you know, people saw him and they're like, "Oh, how's it going?" or whatever. And he's like, "Sígueme." And I'm like following him around, and he's like, he's just telling people, "Necesito que limpien todo ahorita." And people are like, "Yes, sir, yes, sir." And I'm just like, "The heck is this? Like this guy has it like this, bro?
Who's
like,
this man?
It's
that I
like
need
this
to
guy,
know?
this man has it like
He
this,
owns the
bro.
place.
Like, I'm like, wow.
We play there a lot. I mean, I live in Edinburgh, so we play a lot in Edinburgh.
We should
I like
do
to-
that.
Yeah,
I like it, man.
I'm down to play. I mean, I'm a member of the golf club, so I love it, bro. Like it's something that between golf and jiu-jitsu, like it's both of them consume my morning.
Yeah, it's just that's the only I like it though because it's very stress free.
Stress
It's not
relieving,
stress free.
No, it's not.
It's not
That
stress.
is a lie, sir.
mean,
Yes,
You're
but
putting your own
it's like you
stress on.
you just focus on one thing for once.
Yeah.
We talk about like having all these thoughts, right? Golf, I feel like sometimes you just focus on that.
Yeah.
Try to hit that.
That's true.
that ball
Try to hit
straight.
that ball as hard as you can.
And you gotta cancel the noise. You have to repetition. You have to do all kinds of stuff.
It's
So I
the killer.
Yeah, like that's the.
It's
you
the
can't
killer.
really think about
yeah,
anything
you
else.
know, you just gotta. You have to be clear mind.
It will kill
go
your
into the-
ego. It will kill your ego.
Yeah, big
it
time,
will.
yeah.
Like it will, because we're all good at what we do. Like
Yeah.
everyone's good at what they do, and then you go out there and golf. And I actually saw a video where the guy was like, "I don't care." He was like, "How long is it gonna take me to get good at golf?" Oh man, he's like, "You can play golf for 10 years, you're still not gonna be good."
It takes time, man.
It takes time.
Yeah. It's another thing, man. When you're really into it. I just played in the Mechanic Country Club for the first time.
How is that?
It's
That's a
a really
nice
nice
course.
course, man.
They-
That's a private course, right?
I've tried to
Just
play
can't-
there.
just
They
can't go
don't
in
let
there.
they didn't let
Can't
me.
go in there.
They
You
can't.
have to be a member.
Yeah,
of the
you have
country
to be a
club.
Yeah, and
Or
the,
go
and the
with a
member
member,
waiting list is like
For
2
real.
years or something like that.
One of these
real?
days when I grow up, dude, I want to have a membership
it's
at the
pretty-
When you get out of Top Golf.
country club.
But it was really nice, man. They took care of you, man.
Actually, I'd rather just go to the country. I mean, to the
Top
Top Golf.
I'm a $100 member.
Whatever happened to the miniature golf courses? Where are those at?
They're not
George,
non-existent.
Gorilla George.
You know what would
They're
be
non-existent.
no? You know, what'd be really cool. We have a frisbee golf course.
It's
don't we,
over.
in
Yes, sir.
McAllen?
They just they closed it.
No.
They're doing I don't know what.
We're really gonna get that going.
business, that Google business that's coming down here. I think that's where they're building.
They
it.
bought it up.
No.
That's a lot of property.
Really?
I think so.
Wow. That's crazy.
If I'm not
Frisbee golf
mistaken.
is fun.
Don't mark my words. Don't come and tell me that. No, but that's what I had read. That a lot of people
Wow.
were upset about it. Obviously, 'cause there's a lot. There's a big. I didn't even know it existed till Do you know who introduced me? Jay from Gold Financial, Will's brother.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that introduced me to
Frisbee
this
golf.
stuff,
Frisbee
Frisbee golf. What
Hey,
is
and
this,
it's
man?
pretty hard, man. You got to be kind of
Yeah.
athletic to
Yeah.
Still
sling that thing, right? It ain't just
Yeah, but we do need golf. We need a nice. Not like a top golf.
I
like
was in Houston not too long ago. I don't know how long. I was like out there maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, and one of the things we did, me and my girl, we went on a little date on one of the nights we were out there, and we did a glow in the dark putting adventure, and that was cool. And there, you don't have that here, you know. Like you don't have like. I'm not saying that it would be crazy, but one thing that I'm
golfing at night.
I'm working on like simulator shit. You know what I mean? Like whenever you can work and hit the simulator, but make it like real private. And I have some buddies that I'm already working one-on-one with, where we're gonna get this going, and we're already talking to the mercado, and like we're gonna put it in. Like, you know, we're already seeing these because you can see
pockets.
you can
really
see the pockets, and you're like, okay, like there's little money to be made on the side. Like if you're really having your eye open and understanding things, you know. And one thing that what got my attention was when we did like I spoke last week, I was like, the Misnereda tournament. When we did that, and I was like, dude, we can definitely, I could do this. I was like, I could put this together.
Yeah, you're right. You were saying that people take about a year, almost sometimes too.
Yeah, they take a year.
For what? For a golf tournament?
Yeah, we did in 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, that was a good job, bro. You did really good.
I was like, what?
I was out of town, man. I wish I would have been there, man.
It was hot.
It
was hot. We're gonna adjust the timing.
Yeah. Winter, right?
What did you guys do?
Fall,
what time did you guys start?
Fall, spring.
Yeah. We started at the sound of the horn was 8:00, so we let them go at 8. But what I would like to do next is I talked to the golf course, and they have like little things that they do to neglect, like so people could it'd be a little bit harder for people to cheat and stuff. So little things that they do out there, like the Tiger Woods shot closest to the pin. I was actually telling Ronnie, there's a lot of people that are getting into it. So I would like to do a tournament to where it's like maybe do a 2-man scramble, or maybe do a 1-man tournament, and just, you know, make it exclusive. You know, people that want to play, that's it. You know, but it was cool to see. It was funny because I had finished the tournament, and I'm like looking for Ronnie. I'm like, dude, where you at? Because I was playing in it, right?
No,
and I call him, and he's like, I'm already at home.
No, hey, bro, I was asleep.
We were done.
I was done. It was so hot out.
I was like, how are you home, bro?
I got home, took a shower, and passed out. Literally.
It was bad, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
there were some groups of like 12, or how many were in the green at the time?
I don't know.
The guys
There
were
was
really slow.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Our group was actually missing one person from the other team, so we were just
going through.
Yeah,
it.
you had
playing best ball.
Yes, there was best ball per team, so best ball per team. Yeah. There's a little Florida scam, bro.
We used my ball once.
Yeah.
I was so proud.
And then I went home.
And our guy would.
I went to go sleep.
And then I went to go sleep.
My job here is done.
Yeah. Our guy would hit one shot, and then we'd be like, yeah, I'm not even gonna hit, man.
Bro,
we'll just go with that.
You know what I had to do with? I show up, and they're like, hey, come over here. The manager's like, come over here real quick. I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, some dude turned into 55.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm like, who turned into 55? He's like, I don't know, man, but everyone's pissed off, man.
Oh, man.
He's like, I've never seen that before. So I'm like, let me go see the scoreboard. I see Ronnie. I'm like, oh, man.
Hey,
come on, bro. Don't say that in public,
no, but
please.
you know, I told JoJo, bro.
Can't be saying that in
Our
public.
guy was in charge of the scoring, and we didn't know what score was gonna be good or bad, but he turned in our score, bro. You know.
Man. And then he calls me, and I'm asleep. He's like, "Hey, bro, you didn't. I didn't even put the score up. I don't know what the score is. I don't care to win. Like, it's all good."
I was
bro.
like, I'm disqualifying this, all right? Just so you know, because I'm looking at everything.
I've never been disqualified from anything ever. Thanks, man.
I was like,
There's a first time for everything.
I'm getting it. I think it's at least people know.
My
now.
apologies.
Hey,
you know,
it was fun. It was a great time. Like again, I did it the last week, and I'll just say it again. Juniors, thank you so much for sponsoring all the meat, and they actually helped a lot by barbecuing. They helped out a lot.
It's a lot to organize, man.
Bro, and it was really good. You did a good job.
It was good, bro.
What's next? We got something else coming up, right?
So we were thinking about doing a fishing tournament, but it's too close to the gallery. Mm-hmm. So right now with STBA, I actually just had a meeting with Paco before we actually had a meeting at your office.
Are we allowed to say who it is?
And he was website's looking great. He's going all out. Builders are going to be able to register their houses online for the gallery. And we are making it a competition. So it's one of those things where I personally believe competition brings the best out of people, you know, and why not compete against the best that do this every day?
Or the worst.
Or the worst.
You go either route, but it should take the best out of you.
Yeah, it should, and it should inspire people to want to take pride in their builds and want to take pride in their product. You know, one thing that I've learned from Ronnie is he separated himself from the pack. With you see a house and you're like, that's Ronnie's house, you know, and that's why I think one thing that builders should focus on is creating something different. You know,
Yeah,
Focus on your product.
Get their own niche.
I've done I did the gallery last year.
Yeah.
But I've done the Parade of Homes probably the past 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know exactly what goes into those. Man, that was like the best. You lock them up right there. The client is ready. They're ready to buy. You know,
They're there
out
for a reason.
They're out there in the heat. You know, doing walking 20 houses. You know, they're ready. You know, so that we had the sales team, and it was always an exciting moment for us because it was like, this is where we're gonna make money. This is where we're gonna close.
It's our Super Bowl, right? Like
And it's
truly is.
beautiful.
And it was like, hey, I got 2 here, sign. Oh, hey, there was another 3 over there, another 4.
Yeah.
It was just like
where
that.
you
It was
get it.
great, man. Those 2 weekends we did good. The gallery too, we did pretty good. We signed 3 clients that day when we joined because we paid for the pamphlet and everything for the marketing and all that stuff. So
That was our first year. That was our first year.
Yeah.
This second year, we really, as a board and with the help of Mario, we decided that we're gonna hire the person that does this the best.
Yeah.
And Paco, pues chinga madre, that they do a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paco is who? I don't know Paco.
Paco's he runs the
Like marketing.
Parade of Homes.
Okay. Sure.
For yeah, he does the marketing for Parade of Homes for RWBA.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to do too. You know.
Yeah.
No,
let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's just get the best people on it.
Yeah.
And,
It's a good time. You gotta sell.
yeah.
That's selling time.
Yeah. We sold our home at the gallery
Nice.
as well.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it was successful. I think we can be better.
Yeah.
And that was the whole reason for teaming up with somebody that's been doing
That's
this for
good, man.
20-some years.
At the end of the day, it's what's going to benefit the builder.
The builders.
Yes, sir.
How we're going to attract more people. How are we going to close more deals? We see. I always tell clients when we meet when we're going to sell a house. My job is not to sell your house. That's not my job. My job is to bring the people to see your house.
Yeah.
If they don't see it, they're not going to know about it.
Somebody's gonna like it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna like. Yeah, photos are nice and everything, but they have to see it. So my job is to bring people, and then the offer will come out automatically.
Yeah.
I'll find you the buyer. I'll bring you the buyer. They're not gonna come out through. And this time, they're not gonna come out through. Oh, I like it. I want to buy it. I'm from out of town. Here's the escrow. No, they want to see it. They want to take. Do their work on their homework on the house. So. But we like that, man. It's all about selling.
We're excited, bro. It's gonna be in October.
Yes, sir. The 14th. So, going back to like we want to get the best, man. Like it's all about getting the best. And when you see, the numbers that they pull at RGVBA, hey man, like we're trying to be there.
Yeah.
Like at least I don't do anything to be second best to anybody. You know what I mean? I think that's not my mentality. This is not the way I function, and anything I do,
I'm ready to run a 40-yard dash against you right now.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah,
This is fully automatic.
You're gonna have to
That one goes out to Gilbert.
You're gonna have to accept second best.
40.
Mark and I actually did this one time.
Oh, we got messed up, man.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I don't even think I got to finish.
You know who won, bro?
I pulled 2 hamstrings.
There's one guy that's saying he don't remember.
I pulled 3
We
hamstrings.
weren't really running, bro. We weren't really running.
I didn't even know I had a 3rd hamstring.
Why does everything hurt? You know what I did once, bro?
It's just not good.
You know what I did once, bro? And y'all are laugh at this, but Mr. Mark,
Flip it again.
go for it, brother.
There you go.
I did this once, bro. I had my cuñado was
What
like,
hour
hey,
are we on? What?
We're going on the second one.
Oh, okay.
So my cuñado calls me, and he was like, hey, I'm going to go run a marathon. You want to join me? I was like, no. He's like, come on, man. I don't want to go by myself. I'm going to Austin. I remember I called Ronnie. I was like, hey, wait, I'm running a marathon. Oh, half a marathon.
Which is what?
The 13.6 miles. And he was
No,
like,
you wanted to run the marathon.
we were going to originally run the marathon.
Yeah.
And then we're like, you know what? Let's do half the marathon. So it was 13.6 miles. But I'm laughing at you. Made me think about that because, dude, everything hurt after. My jaw hurt. Everything hurt after, bro. And it was hilarious, man. Don't ever do it without training.
Villanueva Construction, they hosted last year their first Turkey Bowl. football.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, flag football.
GPI.
Dude, they had ambulance out there.
GPI, right? Y'all want to win? Y'all should have called me.
We got
a trainer. And
we had somebody tear their Achilles.
Oh shit!
That's what happens when you get
Oh.
older, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that pops.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's like I played, man, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Why?
Your mind
Because
knows what to do.
I want to do what I used to do
Yeah.
back in the day.
Your mind's going 100 miles an hour.
My body can't do it anymore.
Like
You're like
20.
now, and then it's like
I survived. I didn't get hurt, and it was cold. Yes,
This was in
man.
Thanksgiving, or when was it?
It was in November.
I
It
remember.
was
That's cool.
it was like 30-some degrees. It was raining, but everybody showed up.
He was a
Oh,
loan
man.
officer,
It
right?
was awesome.
The
Joe
guy,
Michael.
yeah, Joe. I remember I saw
Michael.
Joe, and I was like, "What happened to
He's
you
the
at
one
the
that tore the
gym?"
Achilles.
Yeah, he's like, "I tore my Achilles." I was like, "How?" I was like, "What were you doing?" He's
Playing
like,
football?
"At the football game at the Villanueva football." I was like, "Are you serious, bro?"
They're gonna do it this year too, man. But it was pretty nice, man. They had some pretty good plays, bro.
Yeah.
Can
but-
I get invited? I
Yeah,
want to
no,
go.
no, no, for
We'll get an
Yeah,
STBA
put
team
me
in
on
there.
Put me on the
Right?
invite list.
Hey, let's
I'm
get
down.
going.
STBA
Yeah.
team.
I'm
It
down.
got competitive, man. Like,
Yeah.
man,
This
they got
is
really
flag
competitive.
football.
Oh, we don't.
Dude, it's because
Okay, okay.
have you noticed that
Wanna make
most
sure.
of
It's
the
flag,
people are
it's
like
flag, it's
athletes?
flag.
I don't want to break any bones.
Yeah, all the
Just want to talk
it's
shit.
teams. Like
keep my
we
distance.
gotta keep it. You gotta be athletic somehow. You know, like in this business, you have to keep yourself strong.
Of course.
Yeah.
I have I sponsor a kickball team.
Bro, that'd be
everyone-
fun, too.
Man,
Right.
it's a lot of fun. We're actually playing right now at 7.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, it's the last game. We're
Where
gonna-
are these? I'm down to do those.
It's there in Ware Road and the Expressway. They're across the
Okay.
street from the convention
Is it
center.
like a co-ed or like
It's co-ed.
adults?
Yeah, so I got my team, and then I have a couple of other girls
Can
that
we
play.
get a
Some
team
beer
going?
and
Can
stuff?
you
Hey,
do
bro,
that?
honestly, man, it gets super competitive.
Of
Kickball?
course.
Kickball.
Like kick.
We got people pulling hamstrings during
It's
kickball.
kickball, man. So it's a little bit more calmer than
Yeah.
playing football or even softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kickball, you kick, you run, you still do, but it gets competitive. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to pitch, you got to do, all that stuff. So
I'm
put
down
your
to do
spin.
that. Is that a city league or?
It's a city league,
Yeah.
McAllen Parks and Rec.
Okay.
We're
check
get, we,
in on
we
that.
just this is our second season. Last season, and then this is the summer league. The summer league was pretty good. There was a lot of people in the summer league. I didn't realize that a lot of people would join the summer, but
Yeah.
it's because all the teachers are off.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the teachers are off, so they'll join. It's every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Those are the games.
When's the next season? Do you know?
It's coming up, I think, in September.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we usually, but I'll let you guys know. I mean, I like it, man.
I'm down to put a
Lone
team.
Stars out there, Vantage Bank.
I'll
is
put a
out
structured
there.
team out there. That'll be fun.
It's a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah.
That
Especially it's
sounds like
co-ed,
fun.
man. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of young cats out there that,
Yeah.
they're tough, but
They know
it's
how to
pretty
kick
good.
the ball real good.
Yeah. It's
Bunch of soccer guys.
Does it require skill?
Right?
well,
You kick a home
the
run and
experience
stuff?
is your, kindergarten kickball games.
Yeah.
Like,
I was really-
I haven't
hey,
played
bro.
kickball since kindergarten. Okay, you're qualified. You're in.
Perfect.
Like, yeah, nobody who plays kickball. Right? Like, how do you?
For real.
Like, so I was like, you just got to kick the ball, and but it gets fun, man. A lot of girls. A little exercise too. I usually take
Is
my
it
daughter.
the same balls that we had like in elementary?
big
The
ones.
rubber
The
balls?
red
Big
ones.
old rubber
The
ball.
big red rubber balls? Oh man, that's gonna be nostalgic.
Hey, they it's pretty cool, man. It's
Yeah.
fun, yeah. We've been there our second year. It's a little tough. We've had a couple of injuries too, man, from some of the guys, but
Miss the ball and fall on their butt or
Yeah.
something. Or?
just pull something or because it's,
Well, you gotta
it's
run
like
bases,
baseball.
you're
It's like a
sprinting.
baseball. It's like a baseball game.
It's
you know?
it's
Like,
baseball.
So, you got to wait till you catch it. Like there's rules and stuff like that, and they're pretty strict about those
That's
rules.
pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, but it's a game, man. So
You playing today?
I played today.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
So who's
it's
the
a
team? Is it Excellence?
Excellence is a team, but I have my guys, which all my guys are playing, and then some of them from Big, some people from outside, But
Yeah.
it's co-ed. It's good.
Is it like the
That's
softball where everybody takes beer and they're drinking and playing the game? Or
we,
it's more
we pre-drink
PG?
a little bit, not too
Okay.
much because you get tired.
You got to be athletic. You can't just,
yeah. So,
try to run
but today,
all drunk.
today is the last game. So
You're going the wrong way, kid.
yeah, today is the last game. So we'll barbecue. We're gonna barbecue for them.
That's
after.
nice.
That's dope. That's
No,
dope.
it's pretty cool, man. We like playing kickball.
Dude, whenever you have something like that, throw it on the chat, man.
Yeah, just
be
throw it
like,
on
hey,
the
man,
chat,
there's
yeah.
this league going
It just
on.
disconnectas, you disconnect from the group, like
Yeah.
just play and have fun, and your
Yeah.
teammates, you grow a little bit more, like.
No, that's
you-
fun,
you
bro.
see
I
who
would
the
be so
athletic-
down to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get that going.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Who sent
Can
us
we
the
get-
shots?
Oh, is that what this is? I thought that was water.
I was already sipping it.
From El Charro Negro.
Ya me lo acabé.
I didn't wait for y'all.
Oh, saludcita.
Cheers.
Hey,
What are we cheering? What are we cheering to? Salud. Cheers.
to another
year.
good year. of
Another
Mr.
good year,
Vieira.
man. That was smooth. Brought to you by Santo Pecado.
Thank you, Santo Pecado.
Throw in the plug.
Yeah, we have to. What else we got?
Going back to the gallery, I wanted to mention that we're going to be able to have some people to get on the magazine.
Okay.
So we're going. I mean, we're not going to reinvent the wheel this year. You know, we there's a formula that works, and we're going to stick to that formula, and we're going to run with it. We're going to do it this year. It's going to work.
In October, you said, right?
Yes, sir. October 14th.
Cool.
2 weekends. Like I said, builders are going to be able to sign up online.
Has it been rolled out already? Or
No,
not
sir.
yet?
It's we're gonna roll it out on Monday. Once we roll it out on Monday, we already have like 12 houses that are already been verbally committed to compete.
Yeah.
We are.
I have two.
How do you prepare for that event? Like, you know, you're just gonna roll it out, and as far as so you can have enough homes being ready for that time.
Yeah.
Like-
Everything, we got to walk and you chew gum at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Everything's got to come together.
Yeah.
So you're August, so you can't build a house from here to October.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
as a
have
new
to already have it
builder,
started.
Like as a
Yeah.
new-
Started.
as a new
And we've
builder,
been
right?
letting these guys know. One of the last meetings that we had, one of the power lunches.
Yeah.
We've been letting them.
STVA.
Yes, sir. We've been letting them know that, hey, this is coming up. Get ready. We're gonna let people put, if there's already a house that they have built, you're gonna be able to put it in there. You know, we don't want anybody to be caught by surprise or something. You know, we had builders. We spoke to builders and they're like, hey man, we have a house that's under construction, but I'm gonna have it done by October. You know,
Needs to be done.
That's good.
as long as it's finished. Give us that finished product certificate of occupancy, and you
You're not
can-
gonna walk through the framing.
I'm really excited to
I
show
know,
what
yeah.
we got, man.
I'm excited to see it all come together. To be
Yeah.
honest, it's gonna be really good. Like this guy's like they're working on having like GPS system to let people know where everything's at. We're working right now with Chevrolet where we're trying to get some cars out there and get people to get their specific cars on each lot, and we have banks that are gonna be out there as well. So it's the first time that it's gonna happen like this. I'm really excited for the booklet. That's one of the things I'm excited about. And people have asked
Magazine,
me.
you mean?
Yes, sir. So the magazine's going to be, people have asked me, like, hey, man, like, what's going to be the front page? And I'm like, it's just STBA logo.
Has to be. It's the first.
It has to be. It's the first one, you know? We're not going to, you know, someone's like, we need to put a house. I was like, no.
Put my house up.
No, like, I was like, we can't because
Can we put my cart?
I don't want somebody to be like, why that house? You know what I mean?
Mark wants to buy the first page so he can put his cart.
First page.
South Texas page.
How's that do with it?
Car.
We already have the photo. Like we already have the photo.
Call now.
Call me.
We'll put the lots in the background.
1,800 square feet. Nah, man.
It's those magazines, man. I mean, it's just part of it. You know, you can't please everybody, man. You know, you gotta see it past that. You gotta see what am I gonna, you know, how many clients and show my product. I mean, we're proud of your product. Why don't you want to show off?
And everything is ran through this nowadays, right? You know, you wake up and your workhorses are here. You know, that's your business, but it still feels good to be able to. I'm one of those few. I don't know, maybe a few people left that when I see those red boxes, I pull that and I get that magazine out of there, and I like to see what's
You
in
do.
there. Yeah,
I do too. I do that. Yeah, there's a lot of land out there.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know what's in there. It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt to. It doesn't hurt to see what's in
The
there.
source.
Yeah.
I remember when
That was the only way to sell back in the day.
Yeah.
we did a parade of homes during COVID.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Really?
I remember.
you would submit your home through that,
Like
what is
video or something.
Yeah,
was all
video.
video.
And what is that 3D? The one that you can walk the house through
Yeah.
your phone. What is it called?
I don't
What
know.
name that is,
360.
man.
360,
view,
but it's
something.
I don't remember what it's called. but
Something.
Well, you know that's how you were submit your entry.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah, that was terrible.
I'm telling you, bro. I've been through.
I was there
all
too,
of
bro.
them.
I
We
put my
didn't do
home
it the
weight-
COVID. We didn't do the COVID one.
Yeah, I mean, we had to prepare everything, man. Right? So we had to. It was in the middle of COVID, man. Rates were great, so everybody was showing up, right? So we had to had a family at a time.
Yeah, I
So we
remember
had
that.
a line. So we set
see
up
a house.
dots to see a house. So we had a family. and we're still giving out food, right? So like, you know, the one family per house. So go in, whatever, and then come out, and then the next house will come in.
Yeah,
It was all orchestrated, man. It was.
That's wild, right? How we were able
Did
to.
you? Did y'all do the? No, you didn't.
We didn't do it, and it's one of those things. But it's still wild. I still remember when COVID was going on, and I would, you'd go to HEB and they'd be like, follow, like so many at a time, and my thing was like, how are you gonna tell me that the freaking tomate that I'm grabbing hasn't been touched by 50 other people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna like? And it was just amazing to me that how we were all so quick to adapt and reorganize ourselves to follow all those rules.
Those dumb rules.
With no question.
Honestly.
You know what I mean? Like that's, and I look at this, bro. Like, look at where we're at right now.
It felt like it was never going to get back to this.
Right?
You know what I mean, it just
Drag.
Yeah, but
Drag for so long.
didn't we have like some hearing in Washington where they're talking about
That mask didn't
UFOs?
work. Oh.
What's going on,
Man,
bro? Like, what's
I
going
can't-
on in this world right now?
I can't believe nobody's talking about that right
No,
now.
seriously.
Dude,
Like
how
that-
crazy is that?
It's real.
Yeah.
he actually
Is
stood
it
on the
real?
stand and said
Real
that they are
aliens
real.
out there.
No, but that's nothing that. It's from the
It is,
beginning
right?
of time, bro. Like you're not gonna.
Now
don't
I feel
get
like
me
an
started.
idiot. That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know?
I gotta go all in on whatever I'm doing
Yeah,
next.
like,
These guys
don't-
are gonna come over here. And
Yeah.
If
At least
they
I'm
got
gonna-
here, they're definitely smarter than us.
It's honestly, dude. It's the government, bro. They're. It's not, and it's not like the United States government, or it's not like the Russian government. It's the government that oversees all the
Elites.
governments. Yes, like it's not like.
Like the Men in Black? Or what?
It's like they're gonna flash you and you're gonna forget what life you live.
It's true. What is going on?
Hey, Men in Black's is starting to sound pretty real now, right?
Crazy. It's crazy.
Damn.
Is that real? Like what? How can that even happen, man?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
There was a. I was actually. It
we
was
kind of
kind-
knew.
Do we
about
really
it.
believe in this or what?
Hey, we kind of knew about it, but we never never. But now that it's come out, like nobody say anything about it. Like I think people are scared to admit it. I really think that people
There was
are
a-
scared to admit it.
Why don't they show what they look like? Or, you know what I mean?
It's just
I don't know, bro.
it just came out that
I don't need
I mean,
under-
I like Men in Black.
But
Congress.
But you're gonna tell.
Okay,
like,
so,
why is
all
it
right,
coming
so
out
let's-
now?
So let's make
right?
this clear, right?
Like, why is it coming out now?
You guys are both in the position that you think it's that aliens are real.
Oh no, 100%, bro. Like
Man, we
there's.
can really go off track with this.
100%.
I think there is life out there.
Yeah, dude. There's no way that we're the
I
only
believe
ones.
that there's life in other planets.
I'm
But
not
I also
saying-
thought
Too
that
many
Santa
other
was real,
planets.
so I don't know.
I still think Santa's real.
I still think Santa's real.
It's
but
Sancho Claus.
Don't you take that from me?
like it's not. It's like what?
I'm not gonna break it to you, bro.
Yeah, man. So, but it's just this. That's what I'm saying, man. This world is moving so fast.
Super fast.
Like just.
Did you
how do
see
you
the
keep up
robot?
with all that,
Did you see
man?
that Tesla robot they just unveiled?
No.
They unveiled a Tesla robot, and the guy can do it all, bro. The robot can do it all.
It's
And
like
it
a human being
and
robot?
it has a black face, and like it looks like a human being, bro.
Man, you're tripping me out.
No, like it's
Podcast
real.
are we on right now? Mark's-
Am I gonna have to sign a contract right now? Like what's going
I'm gonna
on?
have to start checking out these magazines.
That's crazy. I'm starting opening up the red boxes.
The SCBA magazines.
Right.
Is like, wait, what?
Fucking aliens.
That's wild, right?
It is kind of wild. I saw it on TikTok, right? So it's got to be true. But the hearing, like, bro, that guy was on in
And he's
front
like,
of-
yes, there's body parts, there's like crabs.
yeah,
there's-
and I'm watching the guy like trying to read his body language,
He's all
and
like normal.
there's got to be a lie somewhere.
He's just
The
like
guy looks like
casual.
he's telling what he
Well,
believes.
why will you? I mean, you're an oath.
You're
under
on oath. Yeah.
You're under oath.
You're under oath.
So that means that you cannot lie. And if he's lying, it's a big hoax. That's one of the two things. Is it a big
Yeah.
hoax, right? He's putting
What does
his
he have
life
to gain,
out there.
though?
And
Why would he lie?
Because his life, They even asked him, have there been
Reagan.
have there been
Reagan.
like
Reagan what?
murders and
Careta,
like,
same thing.
Yes.
I'll take another one of these,
it's so crazy, man.
Dude, it's Reagan. So Reagan gave a speech at the UN, and he was
You
talking.
about Ronald Reagan?
Yes, sir. So Ronald Reagan was
been a while
speaking
back.
about how the only way we were going to come into.
Still alive.
Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, but this is real, bro. Because think about it, like they're not just gonna let like
We didn't get
some
good
fucking
grades.
dude.
He was the president, right?
Yeah, it was like.
What is that,
It was like, who was that guy?
Who's Reagan?
I was like,
I was good at math,
Ronald
okay?
Reagan.
But how crazy, bro! This guy's talking about that then. He talked about that then. Like, the only way that they were going to get people to come in together as one was through an alien invasion. This is the president saying that in the United Nations hearing, like,
through an alien invasion.
Yeah.
no, like, it's funny, right?
That's
but
what
like,
I'm saying. We gotta develop more land.
Why are they
Yes.
talking about that
They're
now?
gonna need a house.
That's
gonna
why
need
you
a house.
need to buy the half-acre lots.
They need
So
some of
you
that
can have
coat.
space for your bunker.
We'll put them in the DACA program.
They need to get some of that Kozo vibe, man. Spice of peace.
We'll put
bro.
them in the DACA program.
Jam out under the earth.
Oh, man.
Oh man, yeah, it's pretty crazy that they're not really talking about it.
I'm gonna
I
get,
kinda don't
Hey,
wanna
if they're
believe it.
illegal, bro, the U.S. government's gonna deport them.
bro. When COVID started, and this is a true story, COVID started, and I remember I was watching it on. Check this shit out. He's laughing. He's laughing, but this shit's real.
Oh my god.
I saw that it was happening.
We're going deeper into
Yeah,
this.
it was happening. It was fucking happening. Listen to this shit.
Never
Is
came
this
back.
real life?
This shit happened, bro. I saw it happening on the news, and I remember I called the old man, and I was like, "Hey, man, they're locking people up in China, bro. Like, there's some shit going on over there, or whatever. They're calling it COVID-19 or whatever." And he started laughing. He's like, "That's never gonna happen here, bro. China's a communist country." Next thing you know, it's November and it's happening here. I remember because it was around Thanksgiving time,
Yeah.
and it's crazy.
And we're talking about nuclear bombs again. What is going on in this world right now?
You don't even need nuclear bombs now. You can just
can
make up a
attack
freaking disease and look
The society by
knocked up a lot
by
of
the stock
world,
market,
you know?
bro. You know, you don't really need.
But that's
it
what I'm
even-
saying. Like we have to keep pushing. Like that's why I'm like,
going
hey,
with
I gotta
it.
keep pushing. I gotta keep going, man. I mean, if tomorrow these aliens come in, like I'm not gonna have any. I'm not gonna have any real estate. Like, come on, man.
I don't have my own house.
If we got a bunch of aliens
I don't
coming
even
in,
have an
we're
investment
gonna need
property.
Wait, hold
inventory,
on,
bro. I
Do
need
you want to
inventory.
buy real estate to the aliens? Wait,
I'm
what?
telling you, bro.
What do you
want
have
a
of
house
value?
And what kind of price point are they used to? Like, should I raise my price per square
The
foot?
dollar
gonna
per
be
square
in
foot is
demand,
looking
bro.
a little
Bro,
low.
I think they probably pay more money in their world.
Was they're having a lot of money coming in, man.
We're gonna need places for all these things to live, bro.
We're gonna coexist. Como dice, we're gonna go coexist.
We gotta go
with the aliens.
coexist with these vatos.
That's why they want that's what the other smart technology, man. You're an alien.
They say
You are
Elon Musk is an alien.
An alien.
He probably is, man.
I went down it.
He looks like an alien when he takes his shirt off.
I mean, he's
Shout out to Elon. We're just kidding.
We love you,
Elon.
man. Thank you for coming to
the valley.
To the valley.
Get on the podcast.
No,
now.
we do definitely support you. Appreciate you. With or without your shirt.
That's wild, right? We just went down a
Speaking
rabbit
of,
hole.
look-
Sorry, guys, to everybody listening. You know, but it's real things that are happening.
Yeah,
you know,
When COVID started, everybody thought that we were going to turn into zombies.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that or no?
You remember the bath salt thing when people were like eating bath
yeah,
salts and stuff
yeah,
like that, and like
they were
Miami
turning
and stuff?
into,
Yeah.
like,
Do you remember that or no? Did you hear about that?
What
No.
was that?
The people were eating bath salts and like it was turning them into like cannibals or something like that. Yeah, like what is a bath salt? Do you know what a bath salt is?
I
I'm not.
have no idea.
Oh, I thought you meant baths.
Ulises, can you
Yeah, bath
can you
salts,
can you
like-
Google
like the
that and
salts
find out what a
for bath?
I think it's
bath
for,
salt
like,
is?
Shower.
Can,
like,
can
tub.
you Google
How
what
do
a
we
bath
get
salt
Elon?
is?
Can we get Elon on this podcast?
Can you call him,
Go ahead and
please?
tap him in. real
Can you
quick.
tap him in real
Can you
quick?
just have him in real quick?
Hey, can you call him and invite him?
I could try.
I mean, he's
I could.
part of the valley.
I could tweet him.
He is.
Hey, you want to get on the?
He's
You want to
a-
get on the podcast?
I know.
Have
his,
you ever tweeted him? I actually did. Tweet him. I did tweet him.
Did
one
you
time.
see that he changed the logo?
Oh, he did. X.
Yeah, X. He's going against him, bro.
What's he gonna do with that?
He's trying to go against the establishment. He's
Elon,
saying,
if you're listening, bro, chime in.
he's saying that the establishment's trying to ruin everything, bro. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Like, I got a baby girl on the way, so I gotta do me.
Just
for
say
my
whatever
baby
you
girl.
want on here.
There's no judgment here, Elon.
Oh, dude, I remember.
I know the guy that takes him out fishing out there.
No.
Really?
He goes fishing out there to
Really?
Laguna Vista. Yeah.
He likes
He's
fishing.
probably got his
Oh, yeah, he
own
likes fishing.
boat slip right there where he's at,
Well, there's
right next to the Rockets.
Well, maybe I shouldn't share that information. 'cause
No,
it's
sure, bro. It's
It's
okay.
okay.
Everyone's gonna go start camping out.
No, the what do they call it?
Fingers.
The shells?
Oh.
Not the shells. The shacks.
The shack.
So when you're going north,
Oh,
in the
yeah,
canal,
The duck
they have
lines.
the
Oh, yeah.
shacks where
Yeah,
people go in. You know,
and shoot
The little
ducks.
houses.
The little houses right there in the water.
On the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a house there that he supposedly
That he likes to
visits
go to.
and he stays there. Yeah.
Really?
He doesn't own a
that's
house,
There's
right?
a big ass house.
That guy
out
doesn't
there.
even own a house,
That's
bro.
Collins
The
house.
Cullen Bay house.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that. I think he owns a house.
Apparently he
has
doesn't.
to. I mean, where does his kid stay?
He has a mom, bro. Kid has a mom. Maybe the mom owns the house. Yeah.
Or maybe
Maybe another
they're
house.
staying out of space or something, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Aliens.
In the spaceship.
In a spaceship or something, man. Like that's probably what I would have my kids if I was him.
Have y'all seen his podcast on the Joe Rogan?
Yes, 100%.
It was 3 hours long. It was
Well,
really good.
There's one that
The content wasn't as good as this podcast, but you know, whatever.
This is way better. This is way better.
Nah, que ver.
But what's his name? Jay Leno interviewed him too.
Really?
Here
Okay.
at the SpaceX.
Yeah.
He
I didn't see that.
Oh, it's great,
I
man.
didn't check that
It's
out.
like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's great. He explains basically what he's trying to do. You know, he's trying to catch rockets. So he throws them out there. He wants to catch them.
Bring
back.
rockets
Bring them
back.
back and catch them. Like
Yeah.
that's his thing.
And what's the point of that?
Reusable, because
Reusable parts.
yeah, you're not spending all
The
this
cost,
money.
right?
The
Yeah.
cost, yeah.
Billions,
you
right?
send people out there. It's un avión. You send them to Mars. You bring
We're
them
not throwing it.
back.
Bring them back home.
Well, it's like
nice.
big arms like this. They're big
okay.
arms, and it comes down, and then it just catches it.
Yeah, because they're just floating in orbit. You just got to grab them and
Bring them back, and that's what he's trying to do right now. He's
okay.
trying to send people out there for, you know, pretty quick.
Did you see it? Did y'all see the video where the rocket like
Recently?
came back and like
Yeah,
landed?
that's what I'm saying.
With
He's
the
trying to
other
catch
That's
him.
crazy, bro.
He's trying to catch him.
The engineering behind that.
I mean, dude.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's kind of efficient.
It's brilliant.
You're not wasting material. Send them and bring them
Yeah,
back.
he's
Send him
done-
again.
He's done a lot of great stuff.
That's wild, right?
Yeah.
So our Facebook page is actually blowing up now that we're talking about aliens.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I just got a text. We just got a text.
That's
on
wild. That's wild.
What are they saying?
that.
Stop talking about it.
No,
They're watching
no.
you.
They're putting their input that what people think about
What are the
if
comments
it's
saying?
like what do we have? What do we have?
This is a good time for me to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
oh yeah.
Let me see.
So we got a crowd going.
Check
Yeah,
yourself.
we
brother.
we got people talking about the aliens now.
It's real.
But it honestly, dude, like at this point, bro, where we're living. Let me see. The time that we're living, like
What do we believe, man?
like, dude. Things
We're
are
not
moving-
alone,
Let's see.
even in the past lives, right? Like,
It's bound to show up, man. I believe that it's out there. You know what I mean? But
algo tiene que pasar.
they just don't show themselves. You know, there's a lot of
Well, sometimes I feel like, you know, with this world, sometimes we're destroying ourselves, you know? So it's like, the aliens are like, why am I going to go down there? They're already
ya se la
going
están
on.
chingando.
Yeah,
brother.
man, like,
A
you
todo
know,
el
it
mundo.
sucks.
Somebody put that ET's a classic.
The fourth
I've
kind.
lost all respect for you, some George dude. We have to market towards the Martians.
Some George.
I mean,
dude. I thought
Some
George,
George
you know,
dude.
George.
Fucking George.
I'm telling you, man, the market for the aliens is going to be there.
I mean, dude, it's. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. You know, we live in a weird time. We live in.
Anything's possible, man.
I had a buddy of mine.
Are we still talking about aliens?
Yes.
Let
I
us.
think we keep going back to it. I don't know.
Shout out to my buddy Isaac from Matt's.
Wow, what do you say?
Isaac is one of the people. Dude, I used to work at
You guys
Matt's.
interview him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Hey,
worked there.
great story, bro.
Yeah, I saw that
Great
story.
people, great family.
I worked at
Oh,
Matt's when I was
that's
like a junior in high school. I was like 16, and my dad was like, "You're gonna work at Matt's. You gotta learn material and stuff."
Yeah.
Right? And Isaac was like my first boss, right?
How's
but-
he as a boss?
He's awesome.
Yeah, he's cool.
Super cool.
That's good.
He's like,
How old is he? He's
It's very laid back.
Probably your
Isaac's probably what, mid-30s? Late
nah,
30s?
man. I don't know because I mean, I want to say he was probably 30 when he was my
Nah,
boss.
man,
No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
nah, but
Nah,
for
don't
sure
say
not.
that though.
that nice.
Yeah, I hurt my boy. But it was funny
He is
because
young. He is young.
He's young.
he was like,
I would say mid-30s. Isaac, chime in.
let us know how old you are, Doc. But he told me something. He was like, hey, man, like, you're about to be a dad. Like, you're going to have a girl. Like, best advice I can give you is, like, protect her eyes and protect her ears because we're living in a weird time.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he said that, you know, things have moved really fast, bro. Be careful.
It has changed a lot.
Yeah.
There's no more, like, morals are gone, bro. Now it's about a party. You know, now it's about, like, how flamboyant you can be. And there used to be morals, or I'm not saying that never existed, but it wasn't as publicized as now.
Let me tell you what my kids told me about the last party they went to. And my daughter's a junior. She said, she said, you know what, Dad, these parties, there's no,
Socializing.
chivalry and like, a man being,
Want to dance?
Yeah, want to dance. You look
Proper.
very beautiful. What's your name? You know what I mean? How would you go up to a woman before, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays it's like, damn, girl, you got a fat ass. And,
Oh, God.
And that's what they all say.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad, I'm tired of hearing that. I don't want to hear that.
That's great. That's a great response from her.
And then she's like, you know what they did with the cups, Dad, when I went to the party? And I'm like, what are they doing with the cups? She said they color coded the cups. So if you had a blue cup, then you're just chill. If you got a green cup, you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But if you got a red cup, that means you're DTF that night. So just come get it. Come ask
that's
for
not
it.
good.
Yeah, dudes come up to other girls
But
and
that-
just say, "Hey, can you come with me so you can
We gonna raid some parties? or
It's
what?
bad, bro. It's bad. It's disrespectful, man. And
No, it's,
What?
it's,
I mean, it's-
these kids nowadays, they can't communicate with
they
each
don't
other.
know how to
No.
socialize.
They don't know how to communicate.
This is the
They
problem.
They think that,
FaceTime
colors
video.
and fake stuff, like, hey,
Yeah.
man, what happened to the regular talking to someone?
They skipped all that.
You know what I had
This
someone tell me?
generation. It's sad,
You know what I
bro,
had somebody tell me? There
Yeah.
used to be a time where people used to think about what they put on Facebook. There used to be thought, like,
Yeah.
hey, man, like, because this is going on the internet and it's going forever.
Yeah,
It's
right.
and even if you delete it, I guarantee you somebody's already
People
somebody
can
has
search
screened.
what you posted in the
Yes.
past, right?
And somebody was like, can you believe we live in a time where people don't even think about what they're posting anymore? There's no thought. It's just like, I gotta let people know what I'm doing. I gotta let people know what I sold this sold. Like dude, like,
Yeah.
it's not even sold. Like, it's just been placed under contract or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's things that are
Perception.
It's perception.
Perception versus reality. That's what it comes down to, man. I mean, that's why, I mean, everybody has their game, man. Everybody has their own way of communicating with other people.
Yeah.
I like the one-on-one, man. I like
Yeah.
that, having that, touch somebody. Let me touch this guy.
You look at them
give
in
him
the
a hug,
eyes,
hey,
bro, and
He's
see
real.
what they're.
let me
Yeah.
feel the vibe. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Your vibe might just not be the right vibe.
Right.
My vibe, or hey, let's
Yeah.
fucking get in the same channel.
And
Like
somebody's energy tells you a lot.
100%.
A lot, bro. A lot.
They
Like,
shake your hand and they can't look you in the eyes, bro. It's like, what are you
Yeah.
trying to do?
Yeah,
What are
what are you
your
trying to hide?
intentions, brother?
Yeah.
What are your intentions?
I have
Yeah.
a thing that I tell my daughter, and
Sorry, bro.
and
You're good,
and
bro.
I tell her this, and I learned it from a movie, but it's like when I introduce her to somebody that she doesn't know, I'll say, she's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. That means that he's my friend. He's not your friend. He's my friend. And if I say he's a friend of ours, then that means that she can be a little bit more ease on it.
Yeah.
I tell her that all the time.
Interesting,
Yeah,
bro.
when I meet everybody, because I meet people everywhere, right? Hey,
right, well, see.
Yeah, we're in the business and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
And, oh, he's a friend of mine.
That's good to know, right?
Yeah.
But if I say a
That's good.
friend of ours, that means that you can trust him. You can not necessarily trust him, but like be like ease.
It's a good way to
Saluda
let your
bien,
friends know.
So you have a daughter.
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter.
10-year-old. Yeah.
10-year-old
And
daughter.
I literally tell her that, and she didn't realize it until I told her, and she's like, "Oh, is that why you say that?" And it's like, "Yeah, that's why I tell her he's a friend of ours."
So you
he's a
can
friend of
either
mine.
trust or not
That
trust.
means like, hey,
That's
he's
good.
my friend. Like, no, don't be nice. Don't be, like.
That's good. No, hey, dude, we
He's
live in
my
a
friend,
weird
not
time,
your
bro.
friend.
This guy's
no?
crazy.
We live in a weird time, bro. People
Basically,
don't have like, hey,
read
dude,
between the lines, right?
respect is
Yeah.
I
not.
literally tell her that, man, and she understands that.
Y'all know who Boozy is? Boozy Badass?
Lil Boozy.
Lil Boozy?
Lil Boozy.
You know Lil Boozy?
Lil Boozy.
Lil
Mark,
B.
Mark, why did you say that like
like that, right?
Come on, I know who Lil Boozy is.
You know Lil
of course.
Boozy?
My boy,
Hey, wait, he's on a podcast, and he was like, they're like, tell us one thing you miss. Just one thing. They're asking random questions. He stayed real quiet, and he was like, I miss the old times.
Yeah.
He's like, and the guy was like, what do you mean the old times? Be more specific. He's like, I miss the times where there was respect. Like, I miss the times where like there was like a respect for a woman. You open the door for a woman. You don't mistreat. Like all these times. And as I was listening to this, I was like, man, those times are gone, bro. I mean, you still have guys like,
generation.
yes, sir.
But it has to be from us, man. It has
Yeah.
to come from us, parents.
You have to teach your children
the
that,
parents, man.
you know?
Because I mean, we blame the kids, because it's easy. but a lot of times it's our fault too, and how we, showing them and
you're
how
raising them off of
we're raising them, all
device.
that, it all that it comes into play, man, and that's why we're going on vacation here soon, and
where are you going?
Comfort, Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just
Cool.
a little town north San Antonio.
That'll be fun.
Cool.
And it's just acres, just a way
Get
for
out.
people.
Get out. Disconnect.
All
from-
right,
I love people.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you guys think your kids are better than you right now?
They are better than me. Like,
I think they're better off than me.
Look, you and I, we grew up together.
Right?
How much trouble did we get into?
oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we did get.
We can't talk about it. Like,
I'm like,
I think some stuff is still in the courts, in the
Oh,
court
yeah.
system.
Still there.
oh yeah.
It's still there.
Still lingering around.
We got into a lot of trouble.
We
I don't
did.
see our kids doing what the shit that we did. To be honest with you,
They're more homebodies, man. I think we got out. Like you
Like
said,
kids don't go out anymore,
were-
do
They
they?
got their FaceTime and they stay home and they talk on the internet.
Kids
or,
don't. They don't do that.
They don't do that.
Nah.
No, we went out.
Yeah.
We were in Mexico at the Alaskan in high school.
Whoa,
bro,
whoa,
and-
whoa.
you remember?
I mean,
You
I
were in
don't
Mexico.
even open that can of
You
worms.
were in Mexico. Like, whoa.
You remember we crossed into Mexico one time with. Remember we used to go rabbit hunting all the time. You remember that?
Yeah.
In Mexico?
No, here in by Mark's house over there on
gonna use the restroom.
in Mission by Conway and 3 Mile Line.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
there was property. And
There was aloe veras.
yeah.
There was a
that
bunch
the
of
Donaldson
trees.
property. That's a subdivision.
Yeah,
now.
the citrus trees and stuff, and we would just kind of cruise along those, aisles of
When
plants.
you were being. How old were you then?
Okay, no, but
We were
How
walking
old were
on
you then?
Pelican for like 2 miles, bro.
we were
walking out.
probably in late. We were in high school.
We're in high school.
We were in high school.
So you both have high school kids, right?
Yeah.
Your kids are in high school.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
can't even imagine our kids going.
similar age.
I would love to see
Can
that.
you imagine our kids being in a truck with me in the bed with a
Night vision.
22-year-old looking for rabbits?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what is the difference between
We need
that
to take
time
them.
and this time? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is the difference between that time when you did it and this time now?
I actually disagree
Technology,
with
bro.
with
I
it.
think it's technology.
I think we were worse off. I think we were worse back in the day. I honestly think we got into more trouble back in the day than our kids do. That's how I feel.
Maybe
Maybe
we
the
just
trouble.
we just look at them with a different
Perspective.
perspective. They're your kids, bro. They're always your little angel. You know what I mean? And then now that you see all this stuff going on around them, you're like,
Yeah.
no, that's not good for you. You know.
Yeah.
Has social media and technology compartmentalized the upbringings
Heck yeah.
of certain kids, right?
Yeah.
Because I sort of got my kids don't do the shit that I did,
No.
And then you're good.
and you're a witness to all of that.
But you're happy about that, though, right? Like you're happy. about
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Because for any father's responsibility is for their kids to be better
right.
than them.
Right.
They're definitely a step up, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they're already.
I know your kids, bro. Like they're
Yeah.
smart kids.
Yeah.
They're a lot smarter than we were.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like.
They're a lot smarter than we are now.
Exactly, man. And they got that advantage, and I got that when I was talking to your dad.
Yeah.
I asked him. I said, should I teach my kid to grab a shovel, man, and then do what I did?
What did he tell you?
I told my dad that one time too, and your dad said, "Are you kidding me?" So you know, your dad's very,
Yeah.
he's very upfront about everything.
Very blunt.
I met that old man once, and he's awesome.
Yeah, he is awesome, bro.
He is
but
awesome.
he's very honest, and he gives you his honest opinion, every time. And,
He ain't gonna
and I asked
sugarcoat
him,
it.
man, should I teach my son a shovel? And he says, you'd have to be crazy. You'd have to be crazy to teach your son how to shovel. You're the one that needs to learn how to shovel. Your son needs to learn how to manage people. You need
Yeah.
to teach him how to
What's next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Level
not-
up.
Yeah. I mean,
That's awesome.
so,
That's awesome.
So yeah, you don't. They're starting a little bit higher. You don't want to.
You can't expect the same upbringing,
Exactly.
right, from the one that you had.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're not gonna make money the same way. They're gonna deal more with a little bit more with people.
But it's crazy to think how fast times have changed, because you're like, okay, dude, we were out, we were doing all this. I grew up within that same type of like environment, like me and my brother. I grew up with me and my brother are only 3 years apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we grew up with that you know, we were best friends. We're best friends. We're best friends, and we were always outside playing whatever we could find to do, right? But then we have another brother that was born maybe, I don't know, we're like 10 years apart, and I could see the difference to where it's like his life wasn't like that, like going outside and playing outside. Like it was more like he was that kid that he played video games after school.
They got the best video games now, right? And it's air conditioned, so nobody wants to be out there. And then you can play with your friends because you got online.
Online.
It's different, right? Like today, I'll give you guys a prime example, right? Like, so we're in our office today, and we moved to Hyde Park, and we're now officing out of a model home at Hyde Park. And I live at Hyde Park, so it's literally right behind my house is my office, which is really cool. So I got my kids this week with me, and Cannon comes over to get some kolaches because we brought some food. And he gets to the office. Hey, baby, I need you to help me or help Jocelyn with the computer. Something's wrong with it, right? And he's able to go in there and troubleshoot the shit. And
that's his everyday life,
like
brother.
this, bro, like that.
Oh yeah.
The graphic card was not installed, so we had to update the graphics card and then install the software and blah 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 blah. Right, because we got to run Lumion and create renderings and stuff like that.
Right. You know what I mean, right?
That kid was able to come.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, so that kid is able to come in and like do it like that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Different, but where nobody in my whole company.
It's
Can do that.
bro. That's a generation, bro.
Yeah, it's a generation.
Yeah, I couldn't fix my phone. I had a problem with my phone, and my wife looked at it. I took it to the tech. My daughter fixed it, bro. She just
Like that.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you got to just reset this and go this way and go that route. And
No, we bought this computer.
They're being born with this.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I mean.
that's
Like,
in their life all day long.
all
you
day,
know?
bro.
We bought the computer from Costco or something, right? And you install the computer and you expect all the components inside to get installed, right? You just got to plug it in. It's a computer that's coming from a box, and so everything should be installed. No, like you got to go in and install the graphics card and install this and install that. So if you think about it, like how many of us are using computers
At its full potential.
At its full potential,
Didn't
right?
install
It's
shit
got
on
a 3070 graphics card that's supposed to be the shit, right?
Put a word.
Yeah, put a word.
Put a word. Put an Excel.
Put our notes.
No, Dad, it's because
There's invoices to go with.
the graphics card was never installed. The graphics card was never installed, and so we needed to install it, and so now it should be working better.
Get with the program.
Yeah.
So-
How do you not know this?
No
And I'm
pun
like-
intended. No
So
pun
you're
intended.
thinking,
Get
here,
with
go.
the program.
And then I just
I'll take my kolache.
and then I just blame my employees like you should have known this.
You made me look like a fool. Proud of my son.
I got to bring my 17-year-old son to fix your problems. We're gonna lower your pay grade.
It's just a different.
No, I'm just
it's
kidding,
a different,
You're gonna have to pay him a consulting fee.
I have a badass
it's a
architect.
different
at
generations.
the
There's
office.
different lives, different. You just got to adapt. And that's all about adapting. And that's what you got to adapt to your environment, and that's what it is.
We're in a different time, right? Like
Yeah.
these kids are getting so much information, bro.
That's super fast too.
At once,
Downloaded
At
into their
once.
brains like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times they don't have time to process.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to keep them away from that too. My
Keep
daughter
those
10, she
down
still
home,
doesn't have a phone. I've been trying to hold it off as much as I can.
Hold it off, bro.
are you
Hold it
really?
off. Hold it
10
off.
years
Yeah, good
old,
for you.
and she still doesn't have a
Numbe,
phone.
my
Sometimes
kids-
especially right now in the summer, because she's doing a lot of like events. She doesn't have a phone, so I get a little worried, because I don't have any communication with her. But I'm trying to hold it off as much as I can, and I know she always asks me, and I don't want to tell her, well, if you can pay for it yourself, you could do it, because she'll go and
She'll go
do
get
it.
a job.
She'll
get a
figure it
job.
out. She'll figure it out.
She'll make the money.
She'll go get a real estate job,
Yeah,
and
she'll
probably
do
take
it.
your business.
100%. So I'm trying to keep it, because that's just, and that's what I told her. Is like, you want to keep your innocence, like your purity, and it's just so easy to access all this stuff,
Right.
And it's not good,
Right.
And so I try to keep her like, hey, like don't do this, but I can't keep her from everything. I just can't. But,
Right now that you're saying that, so my broker is Nick Cantu. I'm with Fox, right? He's the one that powers my license, right?
I know, Nick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Nick, shout out to Nick, man. You're a great guy, bro. And he had a meeting before he left. He just went to Colorado with his family, and his meeting was, I never go to the meetings, bro, because I never have time, right? And he was like, hey, man, I need you to show up. And it was cool because he let me talk about SCBA, he let me talk about personal things that have going on to the agents that he has coming in. The guy has a big group of agents. He's like 40-something agents, man, working under him.
Who's this, Nick?
Yeah. He's got a big old
Is
circle.
did he sign up?
Yeah, he's going to get on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's going to get on. He's going to get on when he gets back.
He's got some good realtors over there, bro.
Yes, sir. He's got a good team. But he's that broker that he's trying to, hey, this is what's happening and you need to stay on top of the curve, whatever. But his last meeting was talking about the real estate, the Texas Real Estate Commission came out with a magazine and the cover was AI. And the cover was talking about how AI, the Chat GPT is taking over on, you know, what is, like, you basically, I want, you know, you tell the generator, because it's a generator, right? You tell the AI to generate you a paragraph of the listing that you're going to put. It's a house with 5 beds, blah, blah, blah. I want you to say this. I want you to say that. And it gives you, like, the perfect thing to say. And then he gave us an example of what the lady that runs his office, because he has, like, a community workspace like you do, like the one that you have in Bicentennial. The guy has something like that there in downtown Edinburgh.
Super nice.
Really nice.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's...
We're gonna buy it.
We were
on contract.
We were under contract. The old
It's prime
JCPenney
time,
building.
bro.
We did. No, well, Nick called me like about it when they were gonna, or Nick and his partner called me about it when they're gonna pick it up. But yeah, we did have it on contract.
We had the same vision.
It was
man,
a great
but
purchase,
they
bro.
executed a little
We
bit
messed
more than
up.
us,
But it's crazy,
I
bro.
had a bunch of people that were gonna go into it, and then they all fell off and blah blah blah.
But long
it's
story
okay.
short,
Like, it is what it is.
It's all
it
good.
talks
Everything
about
happens for a reason.
the meaning. Long story short, it was about the technology that's taking it, dude. It's already impacting.
How do you
real
feel
estate.
about that? How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you worry about your job?
I think there is a portion of the real estate community that's going to go virtual, right? Like, you know, Zillow.com, Realtor.com. You know,
There's already some that are virtual, right?
Rocket Lending, or whatever they have. They can sell your house. They give you. There's so many different ways to save money, you know, with the commission that we charge, right? And it's just, at the end of the day, I personally feel that you still need the human contact, but it is going to take some of our business away from.
I think it's the
some of the
expertise
sales.
though that you get.
It's the
from-
value.
If I go to Greg, I don't gotta Google something and then probably end up in the wrong place with the wrong builder, right?
Yeah.
I talked to Greg. Greg's gonna take me. You know what? This is exactly what you need. This is the guy that built the right house and the right location.
It's your connection,
Right.
But a computer can't tell you that.
No, it's not gonna tell you that the builder's the right guy. That he
Yeah.
built the house right.
Yeah.
It
Right.
could write the perfect essay for you right now.
It will.
Right now,
Yeah.
it could write it right now. Who
So
knows later?
I think it's
Good
gonna
location.
I think it's going to take some business away, especially like online, Zillow, you know, all those websites that are out there.
Yeah.
I think it'll
Floor
take
floor
some-
plans, right? It can create floor plans.
You can create a floor plan. You can create
It could
a
write
contract.
write songs now.
You can create a contract. You know.
I mean, it could do a lot of things, bro. It
For,
could do
for,
a lot
for
of
a
things.
builder, I don't know if there's any builders listening to chime in, but are we worried as builders, right?
You have 3D molding, right, or something like that, making houses now.
You got
it's like
you
a
got that
computer generating
the
a
little
house.
box house, right? You just ship it, deliver it.
Have you seen
it
that?
opens up and it's a house.
Have you seen that?
Should we
No,
should we be worried?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they're
How do
doing.
you
now.
how do you
ship it.
challenge that?
Elon is doing
I've seen fabricated
$30,000
wall
homes,
houses,
no, or something like
fabricated
that?
walls and
Boxable.
boxable.
stuff. Boxable homes.
Yeah. Should we be worried? Are builders
Or
worried? Am I worried?
Should we adapt? That should be the question.
Well,
I'm not
so
gonna live in a boxable home.
I like where I live right now.
here's the thing about AI, right? That I believe AI takes all the information that has existed,
Yeah. Generates an answer.
right?
Yeah.
But it can't take information that doesn't exist. Right. All the decisions that
information you haven't put in.
Right, exactly. So all the information that it currently uses to make decisions are based on information that we have provided.
For it, yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, but we are constantly evolving.
But imagine how much information it has from everybody just doing this and posting and posting
Yeah.
and posting and posting.
The data.
It's insane, bro. Because
Yeah.
all that data. Have you seen the AI generated pictures of real life people? There's people that can't even tell the difference.
Well, now they want to do actors, and you know they want to
make their own movie.
Yeah,
without
they
the
want to
actors.
sign a contract saying, "Hey, I'm gonna live forever. We're gonna use your AI features and everything and make movies."
There's a
They're
dude.
not even acting
There's a.
anymore.
Have y'all heard of Black?
But
Have you heard of?
even more reason. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
No, I was
because
about-
this is a
Go
really
for it, go
important
for it,
point about
go for it.
STBA. Go ahead.
Dude, have y'all heard of Black Mirror?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
You heard
the
of Black
show?
Mirror?
The
Okay.
show?
So the show Black Mirror came
Yeah.
out with a new season.
You know what Black
I've
Mirror
seen
is,
that.
right?
I've seen that. I haven't
It's the
watched
phone.
it.
Yeah.
It's the phone. So Black Mirror comes out with a new season, and their first episode is a lady that gets into her Netflix account and she accepts all the terms, boom or whatever. And she's going through her life, and she's living a life of some executive director of some company, and she like fires somebody and whatnot. And Netflix on her TV, but it's not called Netflix. It's called like something net something. Reveals an episode of a new season, and it's her life.
Oh,
Without her
yeah.
Have you seen that?
I saw the
Her
first
phone
4
has
episodes.
been videoing it.
And it's AI generated.
I get confused. I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
So they're
I know what you're
yes,
talking
it was
about.
crazy,
Yeah.
right?
I
Like
only
Recording
watched
your
4
life.
episodes because I was like, "Should I keep going?" Because I'm tripping out.
Yeah.
Every episode
Like
is different.
invading
it was
Chick's life.
trippy.
I didn't smoke. What is going
Like
on
I'm
right
completely fine, right? But that's weird because who the heck,
Ando bien.
right? Like we're all right, but
Whoa.
nobody reads any of that.
Yeah.
And then the phone was tracking her life.
Yeah, yeah.
And the phone already tracks us to some extent, right? You get your
now?
ads on
not to
Facebook.
some extent, bro.
Everybody sees the ads, right?
They know where you're at
Yeah.
all the time.
All time.
If you talk about it, it comes out on your Facebook ad.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm saying? I've been looking at the GMCs, blue GMC.
Yeah, and all
you
of a
know,
sudden-
they look really cool. Next thing you know, it's an ad for a blue GMC on your damn Facebook.
A cool one.
Yeah, a cool one. And then you're like,
How that
damn.
happen?
Yeah. It's just I mean, it's just adapting, man. I mean, I don't think it's gonna go away. I don't think
It's
gonna
definitely
go
not
away.
going to go away.
It's
And
gonna get bigger.
But I
it's
think
going to get bigger.
But I do think there's gonna be a point where people are gonna be like, "Is this really where we want to be?" You know, like. There's gonna have to have a balance, I think, of
I don't
going
think-
to that extreme.
It's an
or-
invasion
Look
of
at it in this
privacy.
perspective.
Especially the freaking aliens are coming. You know, like now we're gonna have to protect ourselves even more.
But look at it at this
Yeah. Make a
perspective.
wall outside
We're
the-
we're the type of people that grew up without this in our lap when we were kids. So how are the people that are growing up with this
Without
in their
it, yeah,
lap?
it's already there.
What are they going to say when it comes to that point where it's like, hey, we got to make a decision if we got to stop this or we're going to keep going? You know what I mean? Because
It's
like people
needed.
like us,
It's needed for
we're
the young kids.
like people like us, we're eventually
Yeah,
leaving.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now you have the generation that is, dude. I see little kids, bro, that are walking around with phones and shit. I'm like, what, bro? Like,
All right, so here's my question. Do you think that there's that somebody out there can exist that is just like you?
in a way, maybe, yeah.
No, not in a way. Exactly like you.
I don't
Like
know.
a clone?
I don't know about that.
Exactly like you.
I've seen some clone movies that,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe looks
It's
like
trippy,
you.
right?
I would say
Maybe
exactly,
looks like
but,
you.
you know,
Maybe looks like you. Maybe walks like you. And but
don't-
at the end of the
I
day,
don't-
like all
I-
those
I don't-
experiences that you've had,
I
up
don't think
until-
so.
Make
No,
it
right?
not that
No.
far, not that
There's no
far.
way.
You have to be
The
unique.
probabilities are so like they're slim,
Right.
right?
I don't think so.
Right. So what do we do as human beings to continue to be at the top of the at the top?
We take down the system.
Nah. Right.
Take them down.
But
Keep doing what you're doing.
but the arts is something that isn't easily replicated, right? Because the arts come from your upbringing, your passions,
Right.
the things that you can't
Creativity.
necessarily
tap into.
right? And quantify, right? So I'm gonna blow your mind
Man,
at this point.
I'm about to blow your
I'm
mind.
about to blow your mind. So part of the reason that we created the whole idea behind the gallery, right? To tying this back into STBA, where builders are artists and the homes they create are art,
They are.
right? Because if we continue to push that narrative,
Right.
and as builders we continue to strive to create art, can it be duplicated by a machine?
Oh,
Damn.
I'd be like, hey, but is there seller concessions in those arts or no?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that yet. But if you think about it, if we're consistently striving for that,
Yeah.
Right now it's a box
but
house.
I say that
You know,
jokingly.
yeah,
in a
but that
serious
box
way,
house isn't artistically
Yeah.
yeah.
comparable to some of the stuff that we put up.
No, it's not. No.
And if we're constantly pushing the envelope on what it means to be a human being from the arts
You're
perspective,
gonna stand out.
then will we ever be taken over? And should we be worried
it's
about?
almost impossible.
I don't
It-
think we should. I don't think
Exactly.
But you
Which
know-
is more reason to push the whole idea that builders are artists and the homes they create art.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the whole premise.
And-
This
and
is something
make
that
them
I
more
thought about,
artistic.
bro. Like, yes, I was slightly high.
I just remembered
Slightly.
something that I saw, and it's
Under the influence.
and it's like boom.
Maybe a little.
Did you all see what UPS just did?
No.
They are gonna give $49 the hour to their minimum wage workers.
Damn. Anyway, so
49.
I never wanted
It's
to be a builder, bro. I actually always
Yes.
wanted to work for UPS.
Hey, believe it
Can
or
you
not,
imagine that, bro?
Why
believe
would
it or
they do
not,
that? What's the
that's
reasoning
the
behind that?
future.
Because they wanted to.
That's
they
the
wanted.
future.
They wanted to keep people from striking on their pay, so they agreed to paying minimum wage workers for UPS $49 the hour.
Of course.
So how is that going to affect
Shipping.
everything? Yeah, shipping.
Well, yeah. Well, because
shipping has gone up. You know, they're making a killing because of all the shipping. Your most of your purchases now have grown to online, right? So they're making a killing. All they're doing is sharing a piece of the pie, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
They-
most
they just
people
give it a
are
little
going.
back.
Most people are going to online.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon. We buy 90% of our shit in Amazon.
Yeah.
You know.
And their
Honestly.
delivery people are everyday people. They just
We
snap
buy
on-
product to
No,
build a house off Amazon, bro.
But we're
So-
also going to
so
get
guess who has to
manufacturing
deliver it?
back into our area.
FedEx, UPS. So that's why that's the future, because nobody wants to go, especially like in New York right now. They're closing a bunch of businesses, right? Because they're going in,
Looting,
they're robbing,
robbing.
all
Yeah.
this, right?
You saw that?
So where are they going? They're going to Amazon. They're going to go pick up the groceries. They're not gonna get down anymore. They're gonna go and pick up the groceries, put them up, take them home. Like the actual experience of going to do that in those towns in the big cities that they.
It's happening here, bro. I called my girl. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Whatever. She's like, "Hey, baby, I'm gonna order some groceries for dinner."
Yeah.
What?
HEB,
Con madre.
Walmart.
What?
They'll bring
All right,
them to you,
cool.
bro. They will bring them to you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just the name of the game, you know. But it's part of the growing process, you know, and evolving, you know. So I still feel now I see it more than ever that we're super behind, man. And a lot of this technology is coming super fast, and I feel sometimes we don't know what we would do with it, and it's gonna take us to in a rabbit hole where
You don't want to
people
go.
are gonna suffer.
Yeah.
People are gonna suffer.
Or you're
right,
not
you know?
necessarily wanting to be placed in.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to fight back. You
But
know?
that
We
was
gotta
good.
find The humans need to fight back. I
No,
mean, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But I like what you said.
It sounds funny,
About
right?
like, hey,
humans,
can you ask that thing to like write you a floor plan?
You actually can.
You can.
But if you continue to innovate, it can only create what it knows
That's already
what to
been
do.
created.
That's
It's
already
done.
been created.
Yeah, what's been done.
So
History
That's wild.
can
though,
be
right?
repeated.
that's why we got to keep pushing the narrative. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what
There's
has
a bigger
been,
picture.
But what has been created that you haven't seen?
What do you mean?
You're saying that it could create what has been created. So my question is, what has been created that you and I haven't seen? A lot. There's
I
so
mean,
much
we
that's been
can
created in the world that's
Yeah.
we haven't seen,
So
right?
it's pretty creative.
So like imagine what you can
Well,
create.
and that just makes everybody step the fuck up.
Yeah. Don't let the robots take over.
just throw water on them.
Throw water on
Throw water on
You know,
You just gotta get water guns, guys. You don't have to get bullets. You know, like,
there's somebody out
Come
there
on,
that's
guys.
super practical. They're like, they're
Don't
so
be too
dumb.
scared of
They're
robots,
so
you
dumb.
know?
Unplug it. Hello.
these robots are not like Arnold. You know, I'll be back. You know,
Be waterproof.
They don't keep coming back after that.
Hey,
Like
throw a
Elon
little
Musk is a
water.
waterproof that shit.
Damn you, John Connor.
Come on, man. I know. That's what I'm saying. So there are no Arnolds, but it is. It's part of our lives. It's part of our
And it's
day-
becoming
yeah, it's
more realistic, right?
especially in real estate. You know what I mean? Like we have all these. You can create things, you know, and you know all the 3D renderings that before they weren't there. You know,
Yeah.
you can walk a property right now. before
I
you
think
see
it's
the
a good
bill,
thing,
you know.
man. I think it's a real good thing.
You gotta
because
embrace it.
People are increasing their knowledge. You know what I mean?
Exponentially, bro.
They're increasing their knowledge. So this bottom level is gonna be void. So these computers are gonna take over that bottom level. You know what I mean? Then people are free to do more,
Yeah.
and that bottom level just keeps rising. You know, because these computers, they're not gonna be able to build a house, bro.
Yeah.
They're not gonna build a house like you can. but they're gonna be
That's
able
what they
to
want,
serve
right?
food. They're gonna be able to.
I'll burn the shit down.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to serve food. They're gonna build a vehicle. They're gonna build things that are manual. So those people that are doing
We have a
manual
place
shit,
here where they take you the food and the
I've
robot.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. That's
Right
pretty
here,
cool.
the world is
on
evolving,
Trenton.
bro. The people that are intelligent are the ones that are gonna, you know, and the people that are not using their mind and doing menial tasks, they're gonna be taken over by computers,
Yeah.
bro. You know,
You're right.
and it's that base down
That's
there
why the
is
home
open
offices,
for grabs.
you know, that people are not going into the offices anymore. You know, people are being more productive in their home.
You gotta be valuable, bro, or you're gonna get taken over by a computer.
create
Yeah.
create value, man, and that's what I tell. That's the number one thing that I teach my guys: value.
Yeah.
Your tool.
Yeah.
You're
Make
like a
yourself
wrench,
indispensable.
like a wrench, like a hammer.
Right.
It's a specific purpose.
Yeah.
Our specific purpose is to generate the most income for our clients.
Sure.
Keeping them wealthy, keeping them getting all these things, right? So that's the thing. Like you have to be a person of value.
Indispensable.
Person of value, because that takes you everywhere. You can charge anything. You know, most people say, hey, you know, that guy's charging me this and this guy's charging me that, or you know,
Yeah.
steaks
No, I
cost,
strongly
steaks
believe
cost
that,
more
man.
than burgers.
We charge what we charge because you either get the product from us or you don't get it.
Yeah.
There's nobody else creating what we do. Next topic that I want to talk about is, bro,
After the aliens.
July, yeah. We got through the aliens. We got through the robots, right?
What's next on the agenda?
Global fucking warming. Is that a thing or not? I mean, we
It's
recorded the
happening.
hottest
It's happening,
month.
bro.
July was the hottest month ever recorded.
Little by little, and then the weather is
And
just
we all-
extreme, bro.
And you feel it like it was 100 degrees every day.
It's been
Every day for the last month and a half.
You know what I noticed when you guys went to the cut,
Or maybe-
with those trucks,
Yeah.
that we used to take that same path when we would go to the cut. Remember, we go stay at night. Everything.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, so we used to cut. We used to go through that cut. There's that area where the ocean comes near the sand,
Uh-huh.
you know, and we used to go through the water there, and it was the water was about 6 inches away from the sand.
Yeah.
We used to drive in, and we always knew that you better have the 4x4 to be able to, or the speed to get through that marshy area.
Yeah.
Well, now that marshy area in the video is 3 feet tall,
Yeah.
bro. So that ocean's been eating away at it. So in time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It changes, man.
It does.
Like there's waterfalls that are also throwing a lot more water that weren't throwing before because of this water.
I just think sometimes we just become too soft.
Yeah. I mean, what's always constant is change, right? Like change is always going to be a thing.
It's a world.
We just
It's
gotta, we
Earth.
just gotta adapt.
It's Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking hurting too. You know,
Put on
like,
some damn sunblock, bro.
hey,
Right?
let's go.
Put some sunblock and put on a
It's an
raincoat.
Earth. We live in an Earth that
Hey,
has
but-
a life.
It's
hey,
living.
but no,
It's
but-
Earth
living.
is life.
But
right?
let's face it, bro. It's fucking hot.
It is.
It's changing, bro.
Bad.
We were not
What do we do
hundreds
about
every day. We're
The other
hundreds every
day,
day.
the
bro.
other day, we
Are we going to be able to do? Okay, we're sustaining this for a month. It's carrying on over into August. Like, can we sustain this for 3 months?
it's getting bad, bro.
Record temperatures are being set every week, man. It's
Yeah.
like
Every
it
week.
hasn't been 100 every day.
Did you all
And
see-
it's been 100. You look at the weather right now. It's 100 every day.
Did you make less money last
Did you
month?
see about that?
Less money?
When we had like the longest day ever recorded in history.
Because of the
Longest
hot?
day?
Because
Yeah.
of the sun?
It was like the sun.
Yeah.
The sun
The
was
sun. I
like
didn't wanna work.
illuminating like 98% of the world or
It
something.
has been super long.
It
The sun's
messes
going
with
down
my
like at
productivity
8:30,
levels.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
First of all,
like
it messes
almost
with my
close to
emotions.
9
And
But
it's
my
coming out
emotions aren't
super
right.
late
Yeah.
because we set up a tea time for like 6 o'clock the other day. We're like, yeah, let's go. We'll start golfing at 6:15.
That's still a long day, though.
Dude. Yeah, but the sun didn't come out till like 7:15. We're like, what the heck is going on,
That's the earliest tea time you could do, 7:15.
dude? Well, I mean, we just show up at Lagos. We don't care.
But 8 o'clock, it's the best because people at 7 is too early. Like people start getting there late, and you're gonna start at 8 o'clock, even if you do, you know, like
You
it's-
gotta wake up at
No, but-
6:30 to be there. You know.
Yeah,
we,
so
we were,
yeah,
we were
yeah.
saying like the world
It's
just,
just too hot.
experienced
It's
like
hot.
90-something% of the world was exposed to the sun. How?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that or no? Yeah, it came out on the news, bro. Like 90, I want to say it was like 96% of the world was exposed to the sun for like it was like close to like 40-something minutes.
A la madre, that's
It had never happened in history.
Well, That doesn't
Like,
make
who
any
is measuring
sense.
that?
Exactly, because I'm like, okay, so I thought we were living in a circle or
first
like
of all,
it's a sphere.
Who the hell's measuring that?
Exactly.
4% was in the shade.
They showed the map of the globe,
again.
and they were like, okay, the sun hit all these sectors. You're like, what, bro?
These corners.
It's reflecting off the ice.
That's what they're saying, that the Earth is flat.
That's hilarious.
Hey, we could go back to that.
Nah, man. I mean, at the end of the day,
Take one more, brother, please. Thank you.
at the end of the day, man, we just things. There's things that are happening that were only like a vision before. Now they're actually happening.
Yes, sir.
Like now it's like global warming. If you want to believe in some of it or all of it or none of it, whatever
It's
the case may
happening,
be,
bro.
something's happening to.
It's happening slowly, but
I don't think it's a concern. We're like, oh my God, we
Not
can
for
do
us.
anything about it. What are we gonna do to make it less hot? What? Carbon emissions.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it.
1, 2, 4 degrees, 5 degrees, not gonna affect.
We're not going to be
anything.
able to do anything about it.
What's that?
Things that are hot or.
We got one here.
Oh,
By the way, come on in, bro. Take my chair.
no.
Yeah, have a seat, bro.
Sit down,
Here
bro.
we go. Here we go.
For people that don't know who Mr. Juan is, this guy right here is the main man here in Santa Pecado. And he's the man with the madness. We were just talking about, we went on a rabbit hole. And so just so you know, this podcast has no sense of where we're gonna go with it. We just talk. We just talk. We have no direction other than knowing who people are. Right? We just want to meet who people are. This right here and this right here are two very successful business owners in the real estate world in their own right.
Hoping to be.
They do great things. They're part of the organization.
We're still trying, bro.
Just
We're
talking
still trying.
shit. But that's basically what the podcast is for. Just to let the public know here in the Valley who people are. People tend to gravitate towards you a little bit more when they know who you are. Right? So thank you for letting us in your place, man.
No, I'm super happy to have you guys here. Yeah,
It's a great spot, man.
Appreciate you guys coming here and seeing you guys pretty often.
We're here more than
We've
For the
been
coffee,
here several
right?
times.
For the coffee?
For the coffee.
Of course. Hey, that's the beauty of it. You don't know. Hey, you're going to go get a coffee or a drink? You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
well,
dis-
you
in
have a
disguise.
drink and
Yeah,
then you
you
take a
don't know.
coffee on the way home. You can be,
Yeah, super to have you guys here. You're always welcome whenever you guys want to do
Thank
it
you.
here. This is your house.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that for sure.
Of course.
Thank you
So
for the
what-
hospitality.
We can probably do
What
a
is-
podcast just on wine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool
man.
stories. One of the stories that we talked about the other day was you being in what's that country called?
Put the mic
In
a little bit closer.
Argentina?
We can't really hear you, Ron.
No, it wasn't Argentina. It was
Hey, Ron, we can't hear you. There you
You can't hear me.
There you go.
It was.
Okay, let's start naming
We're in
stuff.
Colombia.
What countries have you been at?
Where do I start?
No.
Officially?
That I should talk about?
Talk to us about the time that you were in Costa Rica.
Oh, Costa Rica. Yes, that was paid by
Can
the
you talk about it, or is that like?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, no, it was kind of a thing.
So the trip to Costa Rica was actually spun up by the State Department. I was working at the time with Special Operations Team, Borstar, and our job was to go over there and spin up their first ever federal dive team. There was a lot of intel that required that capability in the country. So they spun myself up and a few other agents that were divers that had this kind of same experience, and that's why we went over there. So it was a great vacation paid by the government.
Costa Rica for free.
Brought to you by the owners of Oak and Santa Pecado.
Santa Pecado,
right?
yeah.
We love Oak, by the
That's
way, man.
amazing,
We
bro.
really
You don't know this stuff about some of the owners, right? The stories,
Yeah.
and dude, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, that was one
There was a
That's
whole
one-
thing behind it.
one small story.
One very small story.
We're going to have to get them on.
That story alone.
I'm sorry? No, so I'm originally from Argentina, grew up in South Florida, moved here in 2009 when I picked up a job with the Border Patrol. And stayed here. Love it here. Yeah, love it here.
That's awesome, bro.
So diving, when you mean by diving, is scuba diving.
Scuba diving,
So
yes.
okay.
Diving, yeah.
Wow, man. So the government's
Yeah.
going to pay for you to go to Costa Rica and do some
Right.
scuba diving. So that's...
Yeah, a little bit of the backstory on that is the
This
reason
is
why I got to go is because we spun up the dive team here locally because we were having a lot of splashdowns of vehicles going back south into the river, full of
drugs.
of dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of these vehicles would sink, and we would have to go dive
pull
and
that
then
stuff out.
float them. We would float the vehicles and then get them out, do recoveries, and then we would do our capabilities were utilized since we were the most eastern team from here all the way to Puerto Rico.
Okay. So that's what you're doing with the Border Patrol.
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
At the time, we got
drugs.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the
We're
time,
on
we
drugs,
had.
bro.
You dive, you pull the drugs up, float the vehicles, and...
No, it looked like
pull it out.
the
Wow.
story's cool.
Yeah. So at that time, this was 2000. From 2012 to 2018, RGV had a very high rate of scuba dive call outs for us. So we got a lot of experience.
So
in
we
this.
had a lot of vehicles going into the river with dope in them.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of always been, right?
crazy.
Yeah, it has. We just
Because they get in trouble and they just like haul ass into the...
it's the safest thing for them to do.
Get
Right.
rid of that shit and
Right.
swim off.
They just go into the Dukes of Hazzard right into the
Yeah.
water, and they
Right.
get out and just swim.
Go
south.
across.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not in trouble. Where's the dope? It's in the river.
That's their tactic. Yeah. Oh no. I resigned in 2018. So yeah, so to go into the businesses full time. So at that time, we gained a lot of experience in a few years just because of the amount of traffic we had here. So our team started getting hit up for a lot of other scuba dive related operations around the nation. And so that's why we got hit up to go to Costa Rica.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, bro.
We gotta get him on. We gotta get you on.
Hey.
We gotta get you on, bro.
And that's just the Border Patrol, not talking about the Marine Corps before that.
That's badass, bro.
That's dope.
I'm happy that you landed here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, me too. You know, when I got
like
called,
the valley.
Oh man, you take a lot. I haven't had one of the cats.
you know, when I got called up by the Border Patrol, and they're like, you have two choices, Weslaco, Texas, or Lordsburg, New Mexico. I was like, how long do I have to make this decision? They're like, you have 24 hours. As soon as I hung up, I got on the computer and I Googled both places. Lordsburg, New Mexico was in the middle of nowhere, and Weslaco was like, okay, 45 minutes, an hour from the beach. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I called her back in 20 minutes.
We take that for granted.
Easy decision.
Definitely.
A lot easier, a lot better than, you know, in the Marine Corps where you just get told, hey, you're going here.
How long
Super
were you
cool.
a Marine, bro?
14 years.
14 years a
4
Marine.
years you would have retired. Why didn't you do it?
That's the soldier for you.
So I was
Damn,
actually,
boy,
so I
that's a long
did,
time.
I
That's
did
a long
9 years active
Yeah.
and the rest reserves. I was actually on the team here, had mezzanine at the time. I was, yes, well, the second owner, 2014 to 2020. I was on the team. I was going to school full time, and something had to give. I just didn't have.
Can do it all.
And I was traveling to California, training Navy CB officers.
Yeah.
And it was just too much.
Bro,
So,
night and day, right? Like, so you're doing the Marine thing, you're doing the BP thing, and then you're
Retired,
owner of a
basically.
club, right?
Yeah, so-
DT.
I worked at a few clubs growing up, doing security.
Yeah.
And you know, you start learning. You're in an environment. You know, you start learning a little bit about how things work. And you know, my partner George,
George,
Guajardo.
he played flag football with us. Remember George?
Yeah.
Yes.
He played
Yeah, he played ball with us,
That's
bro.
true,
George.
bro.
Yeah, he was the owner of Mezzanine. That's why I was thinking that when you said that.
Okay.
I know George, yeah. And I
okay.
actually, I think I did your parking lot back in the day, man. That
did
little
what?
strip that y'all had behind it on the right side of
Oh,
Mezzanine.
okay.
It's a little strip there.
Yeah.
He had
For
called
sure.
me for that a long time ago.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
I don't have my headphones on. Did he just say that?
How long ago was that?
Mezzanine was 2014. We sold it in 2020.
9 years.
14
Well,
to
we're
5
23.
Yeah. So
Y'all remember, right? Like, DT wasn't a thing prior to, I don't know what year it was, but at some point, the city of McAllen decided, okay, you know what? We're going to turn the downtown area into bars, right? Like 6th Street. And then there was this influx of cash or money into DT to open up all these bars. You remember that?
Yeah,
right.
started expanding.
The first ball drop in New Year's.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
yeah. Yeah, DT has changed a lot.
Bro, you had a great time though.
I did have a great time.
I still remember the time I had. Thank you, brother.
All I know that mezzanine was the shit.
It was the main bar.
At that time, you had Excess. You had what was the other one?
201, I think, was it?
201.
Further down, yeah.
There weren't many places open.
No.
And when George called me and he's like, hey, there's this place I want to get. He was working in the oil fields at the time, so he would leave. I would leave because of the team. I would deploy with the team all the time. He's like, we would, make good partners because we can back each other up.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm gone, you'll be here, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what is it? He's like, yeah, it's mezzanine. I'm like, no way. That used to be my favorite spot to go hang out
That's
back in
cool,
the day.
bro.
Was
Yeah,
that the
you got the
same?
little
Was that
balcony
the
up
same
there?
spot that Illuminations owned?
Mezzanine?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they owned it, bro. Yes, they talked about it.
We did.
Yeah, we just had
Yes.
them on the podcast,
Yeah,
bro.
so they came here after. Okay, so
Yeah.
I just spoke with them about a week or two ago.
Because they're the
so-
owners of Peacocks.
Yeah,
Mezzanine.
Marco.
Wow.
Mezzanine, that's right.
That's wild.
Bro, small world.
Yeah, we bought it from them.
That's crazy.
Dude.
A while
look
back.
Look at, dude. You have a beautiful spot here,
You've
bro.
come a long
Thank
way,
you.
brother.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's definitely
Beautiful, man.
not downtown.
And then you got a lot of
No,
oaks.
it's not downtown.
How many oaks do you have?
You're uptown now.
Oh, sad.
Get it right. This is
Uptown.
classy. You come here with class.
These are all things I had to learn when I moved to the Valley, right? Being from Argentina, there's certain things, certain words
Slangs.
you say. Yeah, certain things you
Slangs.
say different. And one of my first situations is I went to breakfast with a bunch of the guys, and everyone's ordering tacos de barbacoa, and I'm like, oh, in my mind, I'm like, oh, barbecue tacos. I'm like, all right, I guess.
Well, that's
and
what
when
that
it came out, I was like, what
heck
is
is
what
this?
is this? Oh, that's the cow cheek or tongue. I was like, little by little, I had to learn the culture.
Yeah.
That's
So you've
dope.
been here how many years, bro?
Since 2009 now. So
And?
yeah, like man, as soon as I resigned, everyone's like, "Oh, you're moving back to Miami." I'm like, "No, I'm staying. I love it
I
here.
like it here.
Yeah, I like it here."
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
Hey, to you, big dog.
You drink?
Hey, good to meet you.
Yeah, just not right now.
I'm working.
Not when you're working, right?
So tell people about your spot, bro. Tell people what they could find here.
So
at
Santo Pecado, we're a coffee shop, cocktail bar with a full kitchen. We open at 7 a.m. Every day except for Sunday. We open at 8 a.m. You can
breakfast here.
basically we wanted to create a place where you can have a unique experience from AM to PM.
Yeah.
We have experience, our experience comes from the nightlife and restaurant, but we wanted to add this other element to be able to open more hours, and we didn't know anything about coffee, so we had to dive into that. Went to the Texas Coffee School in Dallas.
Nice.
Coffeepreneur course over there, and really one of the great things that I loved, while trying to get this place open is I had a lot of the local coffee shops approach me with open arms, like, "Hey, welcome to the coffee world. How can we help you?" We
That's a valley,
offering
bro.
also
I love
their
it.
services. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah. So.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so Reserva, that she, Michelle, she was great. The girls over at Grind, Grinds, they're awesome as well. And it feels great that if I have a question or I have an issue, I can call them up and they'll help me out.
That's
Especially
awesome.
when you're going into an industry that you don't know anything about. So that was great. So that's what Santo Pecado is, and we're open a little bit later
did y'all
than most
come up with the
restaurants. Actually, I believe
It's
was-
got to be one of the coolest names, right?
It's pretty good.
yeah. It doesn't have as cool of a story though.
Yeah.
I think.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
unfortunately,
make it up, fuck
but George,
Off the top.
George came up with it from a trip when he went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we liked the name, and we're like, hey, let's roll with it.
Stands for holy sin, right or no?
Yes.
Yeah, holy sin.
Yeah, holy sin.
Holy
Santo
sin.
pecado. Yeah, it's something that
Our Father.
Yeah.
Santo pecado sea tu nombre.
That's the pan de cada. Start reciting. It was just engraved.
It's
Sorry.
Honestly, maybe y'all thought about it, maybe you didn't, but it's genius, right? Because here in the Valley, I mean,
We like to sin.
We're holy, but we do sin.
Yeah, it's the coffee and the coffee and the
Speak for
drinks.
yourself.
down here,
Yeah.
right? And we're all involved in that, the church, and we do the standing up and the kneeling down and the standing up and we do the Our Father, and we do it publicly in our communities, and so being able to tie that to our heritage, right, our culture, it was genius.
Yeah.
is genius from a marketing perspective.
Well, you know what?
Did y'all think about that? Did y'all realize
We really didn't think about it in that angle.
In that depth.
Definitely not.
Not in that
But
depth.
I agree with you. You got to have faith.
Yeah,
Got to have
absolutely.
faith.
But you did think about it as the coffee being the holy and the
Right.
alcohol being
Yes.
sin, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
like
Right. Wow for brother.
Hey, Mark.
You know what? He
get it, you
He
get
has
it.
a college degree. You know that, right? He's like,
I graduated somehow.
we started this thing. He's an accountant, bro.
He's an accountant. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. That's
No,
awesome.
But yeah, that's a perfect name for those two.
It is a
Yeah.
very good name.
It
You
is.
can have breakfast here with your family, but you can come have a drink with your buddies, right?
Yeah. Man.
Definitely a yeah. Yeah.
Mine's like, fuck it, we're running with it. We're gonna run with that.
got it.
We're gonna promote it that way. But we're running with it.
We're definitely going to have to get you on, brother.
Yeah.
We're definitely, I would love to sit down and get to know you, man.
Let me know. I'll be there.
It would be super cool to get to know you. And I mean, this is what our organization is about, man. We're all entrepreneurs in our own way. We're all businessmen in our own way. Everybody's running their own horse. And it's glad to see that you've done the same and you're here, dude. And you've built a beautiful product. And thank you for having us in your house, man.
Thank you very much. And like I said, this is your home. Whenever you guys want to be here.
Hours of
we'll be here.
operation.
Hours of operation. Sunday
24/7.
24. Yeah.
All the
Call
time.
me anytime and make you a copy.
Anytime, all the time.
8 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Monday 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. and then Friday and Saturday 7 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Cool, bro.
I'm gonna get you on the schedule, bro. I'm gonna get your number after this and definitely get you on the schedule. I would love to sit down and we're all about meeting people and getting to know successful business owners, bro.
Awesome.
And it's something that enlightens us, man.
Would love to be there.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you guys for being today with us. And if y'all have any comments or anything
I have one thing to add, man. I will tell you, women that are on here, my wife is very picky about drinks, and she loves the drinks here.
Awesome.
So, they make really good drinks for women.
well, my girl's pregnant, but as soon as she's done, I'm bringing her here.
Bring her here, brother.
For the drinks, because if she wants coffee,
Get her
I'm bringing her
pregnant
tomorrow.
again.
Yeah, we did an extensive search for mixologists. We know a lot of people in the industry, and we wanted people who had experience working not just at speed bars, but at mixology bars, right?
Yeah.
And we were able to mix that because at night we do get a bigger crowd than maybe a typical restaurant.
John Taffer out
Yeah, no.
Who's
He's just
John
gonna
Taffer?
find holes in my operation.
We don't talk about that guy here. Don't bring that guy around.
It's a science. He goes out.
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Taffer, he has a TV show.
Might have called.
I'll call him
give him a
tomorrow.
call.
We'll get them on.
I'll get him on.
Here next week.
That's funny. No, but thank you guys for everybody, man. Honestly, this is the first time that we do a podcast like this where there's the whole everything in the
Business
traffic.
kept going.
Yeah, and it was
Which is
awesome.
cool,
Yeah,
right?
Everyone was walking by and they're opening the door. They didn't know what was going on there.
Going on.
Are you guys open?
No, it's open. No, but thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
And
Appreciate it, bro.
thank you, brother.